You know what I want to bring up? I was looking at the stats today because I was bored at work.
Okay.
The episode 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Extinguishing the flame or whatever.
Mm.
The one where I'm teased that I die.
Yeah.
That has the most downloads out of the season. And I'm real curious if people were hoping I'd die or not.
You know what, man? I don't know. I don't know if you really want to go down this road. You really want to ask them this?
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to know? Okay.
Was it because they feared for me, or is it because they were hoping?
It's definitely the second one. It's definitely the second one. Both. How can it be both? It can't be both, Josh. You can't simultaneously fear for you and want you to die. They either want you to die or they're afraid for you.
There's multiple people. They could want different things.
Yeah, there's multiple people that could want different things. I'm saying the overwhelming amount probably wanted you to die.
Oh my God.
Think about it. Would you love Harry Potter if everyone didn't die at the end?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I didn't love it.
Dumbledore.
Spoilers.
Dumbledore didn't die. And it's not spoilers. He didn't die at the end. He died in 6. Come on, man. Get woke.
Spoilers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I'm joined here by our players. We have Rogar, Ragnak.
First again. What's going on?
How are you feeling today, Rogar?
Pretty good. You know, I had a pretty crazy weekend.
Do you want to tell us about it?
Sure. Saturday we went to this place called the Crazy Horse. It's like a country bar in Ottawa. And I went there for my buddy's 23rd birthday. And
oh, now people know we're in Ottawa.
Damn it.
Don't hunt us down.
Anyways,
because we were at risk of getting mobbed by fans, eh? Fucking ridiculous.
We were dancing, and next thing you know, we got really drunk. And
next thing you know, like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And ended up at a girl's place that night, and things went well.
And they hugged, and he left.
Yeah, God, you really don't understand sex, do you? No, man, that's
how you do it, right?
So you spent the night, but she's a country girl. Does that not turn you off almost all the way?
No, I like country music.
All right, moving right along. We've got
country girl.
Look, man, you like what you like. It's up to you. I'm just saying I can't stomach it, you know.
True, no.
Stab gun.
Oh, well, clearly he can. Okay, well that's a pretty wild weekend story. I'm glad that you shared. I'm going to expect something equally as outrageous from both Laina and Tyson McKay, but we're going to start off by introducing Tyson McKay. Tyson, how's it going, my friend?
Good, man. Had a crazy weekend.
Oh, no, wait. Tell me all about it.
Went to this place called Crazy Horse, followed Sab home to the...
Gone into bed. It was a weird night.
I hugged him. I dressed up as a girl the whole night.
Oh, my God. I knew I was rude.
Now he says it.
No, but I went to see Slenderman this weekend.
There's a movie, Slenderman?
Yeah, terrible movie.
No.
Save your money.
I'm going to see it.
Wait for it to come on Netflix 2 months from now.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that the Slenderman movie would be good.
There was no scary. There was no plot. Barely any characters.
That's weird. What are you going to do, man? You know,
you do get to see Slenderman a lot. I think that take away from the magic.
Yeah, for sure. The whole bit about Slenderman is you never see him, and then when you do, it's like, oh God, fuck, right?
Yeah. No,
if you show them all the time, it's like vaginas, you know? When I was 14, they were alluring as shit because I had no idea what they looked like, and then I saw what they looked like,
and then when you were 15, you were sick of them.
Absolutely sick of them. It took a lot more than vaginas to get me going at that point. Yeah. You know, right. The downside was there was a 6-month in between period there where roast beef sandwiches would just turn me on. So I don't know what to say about that.
I'm curious.
No, you're not. You're really not curious. Trust me, you're not. Last but certainly least, according to the number of arms per player, we have
certainly
Laina.
Least. Here's what he said. Last, but certainly least.
Certainly least in number of arms.
We got the girl squad. We got one-eyed. Fuck, I forgot her name.
Irina.
Laina.
No, you have
Irina.
Yeah, there you go. One-eyed Irina and one-armed Laina.
Oh, wow. Wait, is it her left eye? Is it her left eye that's missing?
Yeah, she's indeed missing her left eye.
Twins.
Not at all.
So, Laina, how you feeling after last episode, losing an arm? I think the fans are dying to know.
Good.
Are you good? You were pretty upset last week.
I know, I was very upset last week. I'm kind of over losing my arm at this point. I'm just gonna become one of those ninja warriors.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because upfront combat
McCain?
and being a ninja warrior went so well for you last time.
McCain fucked me up.
Rest in peace, McCain.
McCain fucked me up. I'm legit upset about that still. I think that's very sad. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get Damek to bring him back to life, but you know,
Damek might be dead.
Chill. I'm gonna go rescue Damek right now. But then again, who am I to rescue?
Gonna say.
Right? Like, I couldn't rescue the love of my life, so.
Yeah.
If you guys have any recommendations for Laina to fuck, let me know.
Fine ass bread lady,
Stop.
Arda,
Willman.
Jack Bauer.
I'm not fucking a woman, Jack Bauer. You're fucked.
Tyson, or what's his name? Fievel. That's his name. He does it all the time.
I don't think I could do that with an animal. Grosses me out.
Oh, I meant he fucks Jack Bauer all the time.
Oh, God. Anyways, yeah, so, you know, sad and horny.
Sad and horny. Okay.
There was somebody who commented on the new picture that we posted on Facebook, and they said that my slogan should have just been the word good. And I agree.
Well, I didn't make it. Blame Shane.
I want to break
Shane.
What a terrible way to find out on the pod. I want to break up. Okay.
For those of you who can't see, I drew a picture of Shane back there. I'm not sure if it shows up in the webcam, but he's not here, so I had to draw him in. Do you want to ask Shane how he's doing?
I'm not going to do that.
Shane, how you doing?
Jesus.
I like kids.
Oh my God.
That's weird, Shane.
You can't stop thinking about those twins.
Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, but first, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns from our players from last session's episode?
So that goo I'm covered in, it's just poisoned me?
Well, you weren't so much, it was gases mostly. There was a little bit of goo and flesh. Yeah, it had, you beat the Constitution saving throw, if I remember correctly.
I climb over the wall?
No,
did not.
The Constitution saving throw. Wait, you did not beat the Constitution saving throw?
No, but you said he was poisoned.
Yeah, you're poisoned. Yeah, correct. You're at disadvantage for all of your actions. But you're not quote unquote infected, at least that you know of. I mean, it's been 30 seconds since it happened, so you don't know.
Okay.
We leveled up though.
Yeah.
You leveled up, so your conditions, by the rules that we play by, your conditions have been removed. So you're no longer poisoned because you leveled up right away, right? That's why I said you're not poisoned, right? When you asked earlier today, you were like, "Am I poisoned?" I was like, "No," and you were like, "Oh, sweet." That's how that works.
But yeah, I have 4th level spells now.
Josh, we're gonna get to that in a second. Jesus Christ, this is question and ask time. Q&A. God damn it.
Where do babies come from?
Space.
Next question. Rattle on. No, seriously, no questions from anyone? I feel like there should be questions.
Where's Fievel?
Good question.
Fans are asking me.
Moving on.
My subconscious is asking me. My girlfriend keeps asking me, so I'm really worried.
I was just asking about, I was just talking with the guy who plays Fievel the other day. It's an exciting time in the Dicey D20 world. That's all I can say. All I can
Do you want me to get him?
No, don't get him. No, don't do that right now.
He's in the next room. You might be able to see him in the webcam.
No, don't.
No, I don't think you can.
Don't call him in there.
I have an interjection because I really like this comment from one of the listeners. He says that Laina should get with Peepers, the butler.
My boy.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
No, you can't. Peepers is a good dude. He has loyalty. He cares about the bard's name. Fuck you, Josh.
Where's Peepers?
I said exactly what the comment says. Peppers or something. The Bolter.
God, learn how to spell.
Butler / badass knight.
Yeah. That guy is my spirit animal. It's like live a life that's totally just boring and mayonnaise. Live a mayonnaise life until that one moment where you're needed, then just go full tilt Frank's Red Hot sauce and just.
Hey, mayonnaise is pretty sexy. I'm just kidding.
You don't believe that.
Mayonnaise is there for me when I need it.
It doesn't make it sexy. That makes it dependable. Also, you gotta choose one food to bring to the bedroom to spice things up. You choose mayo.
You clearly don't watch H3H3. It's a joke.
I clearly don't watch H3H3.
Really?
And if you're not bringing Worcestershire sauce to the bedroom, you're a loser. Okay, that's the sauce I choose.
Spicy.
Worcestershire sauce spicy?
God damn it! You're trying to make me spit my drink out.
This is my goal every episode, is to make Noah spit.
Yeah, spit take. Okay. No other questions from anyone. We're good to go?
I feel like no one wants me to ask a question, but I don't have one.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking. If we're good to go, we're good to go.
An arm?
No, I'm gonna get a robo arm.
There are no robo arms, so good luck. Also,
ice arm. Make an ice arm.
Oh, an ice arm. That's a good idea. Just an ice arm.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a spell for that either. I could be wrong, but there are ways to reattach limbs. That sounds like a bad idea.
They'll shoot a fireball at you until it sticks.
Nice to meet you. Oh God! Here, let me just open that door for you. Oh God!
We cut one of the troll's arms off and put it on there.
Yeah,
I want that.
Dude, there are ways to reattach limbs, but you know, it's up to the players as to how they want to go about that.
You should get McCain's head attached to your
Stop!
armhole, and then you can just move his lips like a puppet.
Plus 100 experience points.
Wow.
Starting off the night strong.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it was. Feeling good? Feeling ready to go?
Feeling grand.
Fantastic. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we left off with Rogar Ragnak defeating the mutated hill giant at the gate to Ryberry. There was then a terrifying and frightening sound coming from the east wall, screams of terror as well, and some of the men, including Wolfhelm, had said that we need to get to that east wall. Laina, you also were informed that the east wall was falling, and so your boy Ularic and you had begun to head there. And Tyson McKay, I don't believe you had heard about the east wall in any way, but you've definitely heard the screams and terror coming from that.
I was running along the wall, I think, towards Rogar.
You were heading towards Rogar, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm imagining that by the time that Rogar's finished with his hill giant, you're just arriving on the scene as they're being pulled up over the wall. So, Tyson McKay, we'll start off with you. You are running along the wall. There are arrows flying overhead. Okay, soldiers shooting at these myconid humanoids, these disgusting plagued creatures. When you reach the main gate on the western wall or the eastern wall of Ryberry, I should say. As you arrive there, Rogar and Wolfhelm are in the process of being pulled up with rope over top of the gate. So they kind of sprawl out on that top section, and they're kind of breathing heavy as they just took down that hill giant, but you didn't really see any of that. So Vel said he was going to stay on that southern wall. So it's just you, and you arrive to see Rogar kind of huffing and puffing. What would you like to do?
What's up, Rogar?
Why are you so tired?
I just ran. I haven't run in a long time.
Okay, so there's a full-on battle going on here, and you guys are talking about cardio. I like it. What?
I tell Tyson I just killed a hill giant.
That's cool. I also killed a big thing.
Nice.
What is? Are you guys having tea right now? What kind of fucking conversation is this? You're in the middle of war.
We're taking these guys down.
Is there tea?
No, Tyson. There's not tea.
Did you guys hear that scream?
It's me.
I think it was Laina. I think she got her arm ripped off.
I tell him, yeah, I'm not sure what it would be. There's nothing that could be bigger than a hill giant, can there?
No, the screams
giant.
you heard. The screams you heard were clearly people, like humans, screaming in terror.
Oh, I thought we heard a shriek. Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was a shriek.
You heard a shriek, but then the screams that you heard are like people. The shriek that you heard was some sort of animal.
Sorry, let me go back. Rogar, did you hear that shriek?
There you go.
Yes, I did.
It's important to be specific, you know?
It wasn't me.
Damn it.
But whatever it was, we should head into that direction.
Are we gonna just leave the front gate unguarded?
I'm sure there's people that are gonna stay, right?
So Captain Raynaud looks to you, and Wolfhelm, he says, "Go, get out of here. We'll cover the gate."
Okay, let's
As you
go.
hear more volleys of arrows and spears and javelins whiz past, the guys on the gate just furiously hammering away at the forces attacking Ryberry.
All right, let's
go.
get down off the. We probably want to get off the wall and then run straight there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the fastest way from east to west would be a straight line, not
We
running
run
all the way.
around.
do a full circuit.
Hi, Vel. Bye, Vel.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, so
you guys
we'll do that.
are running down the steps, or are you leaping down heroically like superhero landing?
I'm gonna run down the step.
Don't grab
How
your
far is
dice.
the
You don't
jump?
need your dice for that.
How far is the jump?
15 feet.
Yeah, I'm running down
That's
the
too
stairs.
far. Yeah. I'll run to 10 feet down the stairs and jump the last 5.
Nice. Roll me an acrobatics check. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but that would be funny.
Thank you.
No, I'll give you that 5 feet.
That was a far
And you
jump.
guys begin to run through the city. Okay.
Is Wolfhelm
The
coming with
streets.
us?
Wolfhelm is coming with you.
Okay.
Okay, so he is running alongside you guys. The streets of Ryberry are chaotic. There isn't much in terms of destruction near the center of the city. However, it just looks like perhaps some looting amongst the citizens themselves, as well as just general panic and fear. People who are displaced, obviously, because a lot of people were chased inside the city when the Iron Wolves attacked. They haven't had a chance to leave. They don't really have housing. So there's just a lot of fear and panic as you guys push through crowds of people.
Do I see anyone stealing something? Can I perception check?
Yeah, so, well, you don't have to perception check. As you're running along, you see it looks like a blacksmith's shop of sorts. It has glass panes in the windows, and you see a man with a bar stool, and he's throwing it at the glass, and it smashes, right? And then so that the pane's shattering, and he's kind of in the midst of sticking his arms in and grabbing what looks to be just blacksmith's tools. Nothing really super valuable, but nonetheless.
What are you doing?
Shield bash him.
Do you have a shield?
I do.
No, I thought that was Tyson who said shield bash. And I was like,
I was telling Rogar to shield bash him.
oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell Rogar to shield bash him. I don't know if Rogar's going to do it. I mean, he's a good dude.
Well, he's stealing.
This
That's
guy's
a
stealing.
no.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess so. Some would say there are better things to spend your time on, but nonetheless, I mean, you guys do what you want to do.
Oh, fine. I guess we're just gonna help the guy. I pick up a rock and I give it to the guy and say, "Use this next time. It works better." And then I keep running.
Hey, look, man, if you guys want to interrupt the guy who's stealing, I mean, look, Rogar's already a hero of the city, so anything he does at this point is cream. But Tyson, you're hated, so I don't know. It's up to you.
Hated? What the fuck am I hated?
Dude, let's go. I mean, we should do. You know what? This is a good question to ask our listeners. Why is Tyson hated? I want to see a compilation of every single shitty thing you've done on this pod. Just
To the people of Ryberry,
Just
though?
put one thing after another.
I've done
Tyson.
shitty things, not to
Tyson,
Ryberry.
put on pants. Tyson, stay in your cell. Tyson, you said you wouldn't do anything bad. Tyson. It's just over and over. And you're wondering why these people
putting
don't trust
cheese
you?
in my hair.
There's a difference for being difficult for you and difficult for the people of Ryberry.
It's all the same person.
Is there a difference? Because I'm the people of Ryberry, Josh. I am.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking. You haven't done much to the people of Ryberry, I guess. All things considered.
I did try standing up against the Iron Wolves. I keep bringing this up, and no one seems to believe I did.
You were the only one who was really like actively trying to start shit with them when it started out. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else was just like, okay, let's bide our time. Let's figure out a way to handle this in the most effective way. And you were just like, fuck that. I'm going to deal with it right now.
In a way, I helped break Rogar out.
Yes, in a way you did. As in, like, the
So-
things that you did, though not helpful, still came around. And he did break out.
The guy who helped the hero of the city is then better than the hero of the city, correct?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's kind of like the whole. It's kind of like the Harvey Dent Batman thing. It's like, yeah, Harvey Dent was the bad guy, but we really needed him to be the face of the city that was good, even though it was Batman who was good and Harvey Dent who was evil. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of like Batman, you did the good thing, but
I'll take that. Let's move on.
Okay, are you doing anything to this guy who's robbing this blacksmith shop or what?
I'll ignore it.
I throw a rock at him.
Do you have a rock?
I look for a rock.
You find a rock.
Jesus. All right, I
make you
throw
roll
it at
for
him
this.
as I'm running.
Okay, so you throw it at him. Roll me a dexterity. An attack roll with dexterity.
That's a 21.
Was that a nat 20 or?
No, it was a 19 plus 2.
Nice. So you clock him in the head, and he falls over. And I'm gonna roll to see because I'm kind of interested with a 21. That's kind of good. Oh God, that's a nat 1. He dies.
You exploded his head.
He's dead.
He's dead?
No, I'm just kidding. He's with a nat 1, he's certainly knocked out though.
I'm Batman.
Was that college humor video? Yeah, I killed them and they go to sleep. it's like, they're not asleep, they're dead. No, the criminals, when they fight, they get super tired.
Oh my God.
They fall
I
asleep.
keep running.
No, man, he's not dead. He's just passed out, so you knocked him out, so congratulations.
But you think he's dead.
God.
You think he's dead.
Oh, God. That could have gone so much worse.
It would have been awesome. And then you get experience for that, you level up again.
Do I get experience for stopping a crime?
Yeah, sure. You get 110 experience points for stopping a crime.
That's a strange number, 110.
I don't have stats for how many XP to get. You know what? Tonight's the night of weird XP numbers. Get ready for it.
Yay.
I'm so excited. All right, I keep running.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue to head to the western wall. We have Ularic and Laina, who you guys actually encounter on as they're coming out of a side street. Ularic is supporting Laina, so he's got her one good arm over his shoulder, kind of holding her up because she's had some loss of blood. She's not feeling too good. He looks to you guys as you're running down this main corridor, this main street of Ryberry, and you guys kind of, I guess, halt and stop for a moment.
I go to support her left side, and I go,
plus 19 experience points.
Oh no, I'm uglier than Tyson.
Wow. Having one arm makes you ugly. It makes you less of a person, but it doesn't make you ugly.
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Just by the standards of being a human. Well, like what is a human being? 2 arms, 2 legs. If you got one less of those, you're technically less.
Some people would say a soul.
Yeah, some people would, but certainly not on this podcast.
Well, I asked Laina what happened to her arm.
If you haven't noticed, we're in battle.
These guys love slow conversations. They're just like, we're here. Let's just sit down and chat.
Oh my God.
guys, there's something happening over there. We gotta go.
I look at Ularic. We're fucking dead if this is our team.
I just asked how you missed your arm.
Oh, I missed it. I missed putting that on this morning. I should put that on more often.
Did you do something with your hair?
Okay, so Wolfhelm looks to Ularic and he says, "You heard it too." And Ularic nods kind of grimly. And Wolfhelm looks to you, Laina, and says, "Are you okay to continue on? You can find refuge in the inner parts of the city."
I would like to heal briefly, but I can continue.
Okay, so Wolfhelm says, and as he kind of looks at Ularic, he says, "I'll just need a minute." And he kind of gets on one knee. He's got this utility belt style pouch, and on the his right hand side of this pouch, there are these 3 separate little button snap openings that he can open, and there's 3 health potions in there. He grabs all 3. To be honest, he grabs all 3 of them because it looks like you're not doing so hot, Laina, for whatever reason.
Because she's an ice princess. I get it.
Yep, Tyson, you got it, man. Plus 27 experience points.
I am The greatest detective.
I am
I'm
the world's
dead.
greatest detective. Okay, so, Laina, he pulls out 3 potions of superior healing. Okay, he hands one to you first, and he's got the other 2 on standby, so you can roll me 8 d4s plus 8.
Holy.
Pass me some D4.
There's 1. There's a 4. Take it.
I'm taking that 4. That counts. That one doesn't count. That's 4.
Wait, there's a black one there.
My God, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many? You said 8?
Correct.
14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
26.
26.
Plus 8.
Oh,
32.
My God.
There you go.
Nice. So he looks at you, his eyebrows kind of raised, waiting for you to let him know whether you need more.
More.
Yes.
Like if you're full.
No, I have like half health, so I'll take another one.
Okay, so
I'm a
he
little more than half.
So he passes you another one as you kind of just like throw that bottle down. And he tosses you another. Yeah, like the Thor version of another. Yeah, and he passes you the next one.
12 or 13. 13.
13.
I'm
Thank
bad at
you.
math.
13. Oh my God. Plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 3.
I'm gonna say you're at full health.
13. Plus 8 is 21. 25, 26, 27, 28.
Yeah,
Plus
you're definitely.
8. Yeah,
you're full
so I'm
health.
at full health. Can I get extra bonus health?
You
Yeah,
wish,
sure.
Potter.
Yeah, well, wait, extra bonus health for what?
Because, you know, I'm
She
healthy.
wants to know if you can go over max HP.
You can go over max HP. You just have temporary hit points that last an hour.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, cool. So that's 32 plus 26, I said?
28.
28 plus 8?
Yes. No.
No, don't correct anybody.
I'll go back and do the math.
No! Okay. So
You know, this is a good time to
68.
talk about level ups because we actually never did that.
Oh my god, I brought it up.
I know, and I shut you down, and that was wrong of me. Tyson, McKay, let us know about your level up, man. Please. I want to know. I'm interested.
Well, I get level 4 spells now, but I have to
Nice.
wait until a long rest to remake my spell list for my mana rolls.
Rough.
I get 4 cantrips now, and I rolled a 8 on my hit dice.
Good.
Hit points,
So-
yeah?
I'm at 66 now,
Sweet.
like 8
Super.
plus my constitution, so
And you're
Yeah.
level 6 or 7?
7. And Noah, you and I talked about giving me an extra planeswalking ability.
We had talked
Briefly.
about that, yes. No, I did review that text that you sent, and I will agree to it.
Okay.
Are we
gonna-
letting the
are we
audience
telling
discover
people, or
it?
are we just...
You can tell
Does
people
Tyson
if
know
you,
he has this ability?
you can tell people if you want, but I mean, it's up to you.
I don't know if Tyson knows he has this ability, but...
Let's let it be a surprise. I think that's
Okay.
funner.
Okay. Funner. So much
And-
more funner.
And Rogar Ragnak, you leveled up as well, my friend.
Yeah. So I learned another level 1 spell and 2 level 2 spells.
Nice.
And I got another 12 light points.
Wow. I meant that legitimately.
And it gets cooler. So the spells I learned are
gets
blindness and deafness, and then prayer of healing.
So he's blind and deaf now.
He's gonna be like, Irina, I will solve your problem to make your other eye blind too.
And then, like, starting at 7th level, I get this cool spell that I use light points with. It's called the Shooting Star.
That's so cute.
As a bonus
Dude,
action,
are you Katy Perry, man?
I wish.
Do you ever feel like a trash bag?
So
All the
as
time.
a bonus action, I can make a ranged spell attack, sending out a force missile to a creature I can see within 60 feet. Does a radiant damage. This ability takes 1 life point, and I get Stellar Bolt. It's a range attack, 100 feet. A beam of sunlight energy, 5 feet wide, emanates from your hand and launches towards a creature.
You want me to read all my spells out too?
That's pretty much it. So I'm kind of like Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
I have a follow-up question.
Okay.
Can we wish when you use that spell? Can we make a wish?
Shooting star? Yeah, you can make a wish when I cast.
And then do we get to roll to see if that wish comes true?
No, it's not a wish spell, you retard. God damn it.
But I didn't tell anyone.
Is this spell called Shooting Star and a free wish, or is it called Shooting Star?
It's called Have Some Fun.
It's called This Is an Imagination Game.
-4 experience points.
So Laina?
Yeah, good job, Tyson. Take away 4 experience.
Oh, that was to both of you.
God damn it.
To both of us.
I'll take it off my weird 19.
And
told
I'm
you
at
guys.
63 HP now.
Sick,
Wow.
dude. Okay, so Laina, after healing up, your wound is still tender, still sore, but you kind of feel like you got that ghost arm thing going on where you kind of feel like your arm is partially still there. And
That's horrible.
The wound is
Where is
kind of the wound is kind of sealed over, so you are at full health, and technically good to go.
Want me to cauterize that?
No, I don't want you to touch me at all.
I'm a doctor. Trust me.
You're not.
Roll
Great
me a
on that,
fucking
man.
deception check.
Okay.
I don't need to. I don't believe him.
That's a 5. Well,
Yeah,
plus
he's not
whatever.
very convincing in saying he's a doctor.
Where did you get
Ularic
your
looks
doctor's
to
degree?
U of T.
Where'd you study medicine? U of T or Harvard? Now, one of my favorite bits that we do is that bit right there. Okay. Ularic looks to the group and says, "We need to get to the western wall. Let's move."
Onward.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God, you guys
I
are
can feel-
so not excited about this.
I can feel the lawfulness flowing through me.
I point with my left arm to the west. Let's go.
I point
Oh,
with my
wait.
right.
I was about to correct you and say, dude, you lost your left arm. But,
I know, but you said I
now
had phantom
realize
arm syndrome.
You do have phantom arm syndrome. And,
I go where?
And no, Tyson McKay, it hasn't been long enough for you to be lawful yet, man. I think you know that. I think you know that we've talked about this.
I know. I just hate it so much that I'm gonna play it up until I actually am lawful.
Dude, why? I don't know. The thing is, once you
wanted
become
to be
lawful, you're not going to
evil.
hate it, I don't think.
You mean I
Ro-
won't throw rocks at homeless people?
That guy wasn't homeless. He was a thief. You technically did a lawful thing there.
Oh my god, does the town love me now?
No, everyone's not really focusing on you throwing a rock at one dude. They're kind of focusing on the fact that the town's being attacked.
How many rocks do I have to throw?
1 sec, let me roll. 16. You need to throw 16 rocks.
He picks up like a handful of sand and it's like, do these count?
I throw him at Lena's arm.
Oh,
Feel that? Huh?
oh, gross.
You guys are
go to
so
the wall.
fucking weird. Okay, so the team running towards the western wall. As you arrive at the western wall, it's there's actually a very large portion of the stones of the wall that have been broken, smashed, and actually are like the wall has completely been torn down in a section that's almost 15 feet wide. You know, it's kind of a V, right? So more of the top is broken than the bottom. And in that hole, in that fissure in the wall, lies the body of a troll of sorts. So its body's been draped over the bit of the wall that's been destroyed. It's face down. There's a pool of blood underneath
Ass
it.
up.
And it is certainly dead. Okay? But that is hardly what your eyes are drawn to, as out in the open field, streaks of hypnotic magic and flashes of light illuminate an otherwise dark and bloody battlefield. Bodies are strewn across the field, but they're illuminated by these strobes of concussive light, like bright flashes of white, green, and red light. Damek stands alone in the middle of the field. There are men somewhat still on the wall, but they seem to be cradling bodies of dead men, as well as trying to reload crossbows and fire. But it looks like the western wall has taken one of the greatest hits, certainly. The druid, Laina, you recognize in these strobes
Shit,
of
sorry.
light from the woods. wields green arcs of magic, and she's tossing them at iron wolves and knights that have kind of flooded out from that hole in the gate, trying to stop the smaller foot soldiers from getting inside. And she's laughing maniacally as like she throws these green orbs of light towards them, and they fall and die. When suddenly a blinding light and thunderous sound like that of a thunderstorm emits from around her, and all of you guys are going to roll me d20s. It's just a very bright light in the middle of the darkness.
Inspo point.
Sure, Tyson.
17.
Nice. So Rogar, you're blinded for what seems like a couple seconds, and then you can open your eyes and you once again can see quite normally.
What are we rolling? Constitution?
Correct.
That's a 10 for me.
So Tyson, you're blinded for almost a minute. So you're just like staring at an eclipse for you.
I got a 21.
Nice. So Laina, you squint at this huge blast of light and sound, but you are not blinded.
What's going on? I can't see.
As the heroes who can see, as your eyes adjust back and focus on her location, all that can be seen is a faint glow, like a candle's light, being sucked from her body as Damek is looming over her. And it's as if
Oh my god.
she's caught, or they are caught, I should say, like dance partners frozen in time. He's holding her in like that dip where the man like dips the woman back, and he's gripping her tightly. His hood is illuminating with that warm glow of this druid's magic, life force, arcana, whatever you want to call it. That light is sucked from her, that Damek has stolen, and her body, he drops to the ground. And Damek turns back, his back facing you guys, towards this large group of swarming myconids, these fungus-like creatures, as well as the rotting undead corpses. He outstretches his arms wide, and from the dozens upon dozens of dead, both good and evil, both our heroes and our villains, bones are ripped from their corpses, like their femurs, like their skulls, and like their teeth. And so the femurs and the longer bones become spears and javelins, the skulls like cannonballs, and teeth like shrapnel just bombard the waves of these creatures coming towards the wall as he rips the bodies from a part of the dead and uses it against them. So these enemy forces are shredded, like shrapnel moving through them. They are just decimated by these bone attacks, these lances, these corpse lances, if you will. And within a matter of seconds, their forces are destroyed. And there's silence.
We did it.
He keeps his arms outstretched, but turns towards the group of defenders. He's got this glow about his face, unlike that which you've seen before. And he's kind of got this glowing specter of what looks to be kind of like a mummified skull beneath his hood. His eyes are burning with this hellish glow, and you can almost see a smile painted on his face under that dark hood.
We didn't do it.
Okay,
Can I see yet?
It's him now.
Can I see yet?
Is that what we're doing? We're fighting Damek now?
So Tyson McKay, you can see, and all you can see now is just dozens upon dozens, numbering almost to hundreds of dead, and Damek smiling at you guys.
Hi, Damek.
Okay, Damek kind of lowers down as he kind of raised in height as he was using this corpse lance ability. He has spun around. He kind of resumes his normal position. He's walking on the ground again. His arms fall at his sides, and he begins to slowly drift towards you guys.
Oh god.
Why doesn't he touch the floor?
What is Ularic doing?
Ularic walks out to meet him, and he looks at all the dead and exchanges a few words. He's about 15. He's walked out onto the field of battle past the dead troll, and Ularic is speaking with him in a hushed tone. So Damek's cloaked hood kind of turns towards him, and then Damek approaches you, Laina. So he kind of hovers and floats over the corpse of the troll, and he says,
Rogar.
He says, I need to see you, private.
Now? I'll go.
He doesn't answer you privately, and he just continues to float on towards a house which near the wall has been half destroyed. He just kind of walks through the rubble and floats up the stairs to the second story of this house.
Yeah, I'm going.
Laina,
Okay, so you follow him up those stairs. Okay, So, Laina, as you enter the second story of this house, Damek is
I'm having a panic attack.
Damek is hovering next to a table. He outstretches his hand, palm facing up, and he says, "Sit."
Okay, I sit.
Okay. So, he, using these clawed kind of mummified hands, he pulls your, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather. Ice
Right,
armor, I guess, because it's like I just make my ice armor when I need it.
Oh, but you are wearing regular armor as well, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be leather.
Okay, so he pulls away what remains of your shoulder pad of your armor, and he peers at your wound, which is sealed over. He looks to you, and he says, "This may hurt a little."
Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay, so he begins to mutter in a language which you don't understand, and waves of warmth seem to hit the spot on your arm, the stump, I should say, and small bits of faint glowing fairy light seem to emanate from his hand as he kind of pulses his hand back and forth towards you. Laina, can you roll me a D6, please?
A D6. What a weird thing to roll. A 5.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I love that. Uh-oh.
It's so hard to tell when it's a weird dice like this. It's like, do I aim low or high or middle or no rolling?
No, it's not that. It's purely it's
The type of arm I'm getting?
Purely randomized. It's not like one's better than the other, quote unquote. Okay.
One's better.
So,
Except I'm gonna get a firearm now, and it's
You get a dwarf arm.
I'm gonna get a baby arm, a Tyrannosaurus Rex arm.
it's gonna be like a Deadpool thing where it's just baby legs. God,
Yeah.
would you cover up, please? He just slowly crosses the legs. Okay, Laina. So a piercing pain shoots from your arm as this material begins to kind of emerge from your body itself. You can feel it in your shoulder, as well as kind of reaching down into your chest. You can feel the roots of stone kind of push down towards your chest and then push out of your arm as this stone arm begins to form. It is the color of slate. So it's kind of a darkish gray color, and your arm is kind of one section for your upper shoulder down to your elbow. There is a ball of almost purely spherical stone, which then seems to magically connect to your forearm, and then your hand itself is kind of a palm-sized, more flat-ish stone for your palm, and then these small digits of stone, which again have these small spherical balls as the joints, and they hardly grind together at all as you flex them and move them. This whole process takes about 2.5 minutes. And when he is done,
Rogar.
you are given
Cut my
complete
arm off.
control
Are
of
my
a
hand jobs making you rock solid yet?
plus 78 experience points.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, boy.
I don't know if woman will still like you with that. And made a
Shut up about woman. You can go suck a dick.
I love that. I don't need no man. I got a stone arm now. She was so worried about the man thing before.
You ever got a stone G before?
So, Laina, you have gained a stone arm. Okay?
How much damage does it do when I punch?
Yeah, good question, Laina. We're gonna get to all of that. First of all, your strength scores have been increased by 1.
Okay.
Second of all, you have no feeling, either pleasurable
Classic
or not,
Laina.
in your left arm.
And in her heart.
You have advantage on grapple checks when, used against creatures that are a medium size or smaller.
That's like humans, right?
Yeah. And your unarmed strikes do 1d6 damage with your left arm.
It's not bad.
Okay. I'd also like to hand you 500 experience points.
Guess you just leveled up.
And you.
And you. Good job, Rogar. Plus 82 experience points for you.
I think I did.
Wow.
If you did indeed level up, congratulations, Laina. Super cool stuff.
And if you didn't, we're all disappointed.
We're all disappointed. So you're gonna say how much? How much is what level up?
How much is level 7?
Is that not 14?
No, it's 20 something.
Oh, is it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at. I'm interested to know. I always.
Oh, I'm not close to leveling up, but then
Why'd you lie to us?
14 is 600.
Yeah, fuck you, Laina.
What is level 7?
23.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at like 25 right now.
Cool.
Well, shit. I thought I was close to leveling up last game, and I was like,
You know what? I'd like a formal apology. You got me excited
to our
for
fans.
nothing.
Oh, no. I've got way more than 1,400 because I didn't add all my experience from last game. So I'm at 14,850
I don't buy it.
plus 29 plus 29 plus... Because, look, I got 20,000 and then 22,000.
Yeah, you're still...
So you're close.
Because those were totals, but where did I get that extra 2,000 from?
Just made it up. It's fine.
I need better now.
Anyway, we'll do the math after.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because you won't.
Can I ask what were my other options? I'm happy with stone. I'm very happy with stone. But
Yeah. So you had an option between an arm made of earth, one made of iron, one made of steel, one made of wood, like living plant.
that's cool though, living plant.
And you also had one that was flesh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He could have
6.
been
Yeah.
normal. That was probably 6.
You know what though? I'm happy I didn't get earth because then Tyson would have just done mold earth all the time. And he would have made my arm into
Can I do stones? Hang on.
It better not be.
Yeah, mold earth has to be on inanimate earth, man. It wouldn't work on like a Terran, which is like an earth elemental.
Quit crushing my dreams this episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a game of imagination and fun. There are no rules. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. You don't know. No, like, I mean, it's the same thing as shape water, control water. It doesn't work on a water elemental, right? It has to be on inanimate things.
Fine.
Yeah. So I wasn't really concerned about what Tyson would do with your arm, to be honest.
Well,
I was concerned with what you do with your arm to Tyson. Bada bing.
Oh god.
Okay, so no, I did reach level 7 because I have 23,200.
Congratulations. Never mind. You don't have to apologize to anyone. You were correct. The slow clap. Good on you.
An emotional roller coaster.
Do you want
Do you
to roll
want me
that?
to tell everyone what I got? Because I already planned my level up because I knew I was close to leveling up.
That's so smart, and because of that, I'm going to give you 200 experience points.
Hell yes. Sorry for swearing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what'd you get for leveling up?
I get a level 4 spell now, and for my level 4 spell, I chose Ice Storm, and that is a 40-foot cylinder and a 20-foot radius. Everybody has to make a dex save, or they get, if they fail, they take half damage. No, if they fail, they take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold damage, and then if they succeed, they take half. And then the area becomes difficult terrain. I also got an additional spell slot for 3rd level, and I took counter spell for that.
That's cool. That's awesome stuff, man.
Okay, Noah doesn't think I'm that cool, but that's okay.
No, that is super sweet. I was indeed listening, so I totally heard everything that you said. I am with you. It sounds cool.
Oh, I should mention, because I'm a cryomancer, I also got the spell Ice Blade as a 2nd level spell, so I can cast it as many times as my charisma modifier. So I can basically cast an ice weapon, an ice scimitar shape thing. And then it's a spell melee attack, so I can still take 2 attacks per turn when I use it. And that deals 3d6 cold damage. And it's a bonus action to summon it.
That's cool.
That is super sweet.
Nice.
That's exciting for me too, because I don't have any close range stuff. What are you drawing?
Nothing.
Drawing boobs.
No. What are you drawing, Josh?
Hang on, I'm not done yet.
Oh, he's drawing my arm.
No. I'm drawing Tyson as Batman.
Oh God.
Let's see now.
I can't see. Oh, is that Tyson's face?
It's Tyson as Batman.
Oh, it's Tyson's
I have
Batman.
those blue glasses.
Good stuff,
Show the
man.
camera.
Well, I can show that one. Anyway, moving on.
Alright,
Oh.
so
Anyways, I just wanted to let everybody know that I planned.
rock hard.
Can we not read spells out? Is that a thing when we level up? Because I get like 8 spells and I don't want to read them.
You don't have to, but I like doing it because I think it's cool that the listeners can hear what spells you guys have.
Okay, let me go through them all.
Noel says post all the level ups on Facebook.
That might be better.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart. I agree with you, Noel.
Wow.
Noel, be our
You know what?
Facebook manager.
You're a new
please.
Shane. Shane, you're fired. Noel, get in that seat.
No, stop. I mean, look, Noel's great, but I love Shane.
He's kind
Do you? Because I've been with him 5 years, and I'll tell you, there are days.
of. He's
There are days.
he's talking back a lot today.
He won't stop
He won't stop
smiling.
staring.
Quit oogling me. Oogling.
Oogling. Quit
It's
oogling me.
It's definitely
It's
not
worse than
Googling.
Googling.
Searching my body.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are certainly not done for the evening, but I'll tell you what, I definitely need 2 minutes
Oh my god.
of a break, if that's okay with you guys. If that's
You know
okay, if not, I'll let my bladder explode.
Listeners, what's going on in the chat there? Ask me
going on?
questions.
Oh, well, Noel just said woot because he got another mention.
Fair enough. Get more mentions than Sab does, so.
Okay,
Something
I'll be back in just a
exciting.
second.
Yeah, sounds good, Noah. Something exciting for the listeners, because I didn't get asked what I did over the weekend, is I've been packing because I'm moving
Fudge.
in with Josh. I'm moving in
Here
with Josh.
and Sab.
Yeah. Nope, in your bedroom. I'm moving in.
Oh god.
Oh my.
I don't want to sleep on the floor.
Does that mean Shane's moving in with me?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're legit though moving into Sab's bedroom, and then he's gonna take a new bedroom.
No, he's just sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. I get
You can have Oliver's
Oliver's
bed.
dog bed at the end of the bed there.
I got Oliver a huge dog bed. He loves it, but he loves the couch more, so there's only so much I can do.
Yeah. We're also doing. I don't know. We could tease this, I guess. We also did a special Patreon exclusive campaign we started
Oh,
Yeah.
with Shane as the DM.
And it is in fact a whole campaign, so we're gonna be doing a whole series with it, I would imagine.
I don't think it's like long. It's not gonna be long. It's gonna be like
Shane has a whole thing planned out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be at least
could be a
4 parts at least.
recurring theory or series.
Yeah,
Okay.
recurring. Yeah, any kind of times that we have downtime here, you'll
Yeah.
see that Patreon
Yeah.
series kind of pop up, I'm sure.
I do like Shane's voice that he like mimics people.
Oh my god, he's so funny. If there's one thing he can do, it's random voices that
Those.
sound super awesome.
You're great too, though, Noah. I love you.
No,
Dude,
it's
I
really
agree.
good
I
with
like
voices
Shane. I think
too.
he's awesome. I got nothing against that. I'm not threatened. No.
Oh, he's gonna kill us off.
No, it's fine. All right, here's Cthulhu and power armor. Let's go.
You know, did I say stone arm? I meant no arm.
Oh.
It backfires, and you have literally no arms.
I'm really excited for Rogar to cut his arm off, though, looking to get +1 to strength.
I want a stone arm.
And then Damek's just looking at him like, what the hell?
I'm not doing you too.
Take my arm.
What do I owe Damek for this? I want to say thank you, and then do I owe him anything for this? Because I'd like to repay him.
Life.
The lap dance.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, both of you. I just realized what you said.
Okay, so, sorry, you said you wanted to say something to Damek?
Yeah, I want to say thank you, and I want to ask him if I owe anything. Do I owe anything for the arm?
Okay, so he looks to you, the light under his hood kind of fading slightly, and all he says is, "The debt is paid."
Oh, shit. All right.
I'm in debt.
He said it was paid.
Oh.
Yeah. Ularic paid it.
Oh, I thought it meant like his debt is now paid to Ularic, and so we're all fucked.
Oh,
Could be that too.
I hope so.
I'm just gonna nod. Thank you,
I hope for the
Damek.
second
Please don't
one.
explain anymore. I need it to be a mystery.
Okay, so he slowly progresses towards the stairs and then hovers floating down them.
No, you can't fuck Damek.
Jesus, you lose McCain 10 minutes ago, and you are just all over anything with a dick, eh,
I
Laina?
love crazy. What can I tell you?
Oh, yeah. Can we ask Ularic where McCain went?
Sure, you can if you want.
I do want.
Okay,
I
so
do want.
role play it for me.
Hey, Ularic, I thought there was 3 of you that went to the, west wall?
No, we're at the west wall now.
The east? Or no, it's the north wall.
North wall.
Yep.
Got 4 directions. You guys choose wrong 3 times.
I have it written down.
Ularic looks to you, Tyson. He says, "We lost McCain."
Rip.
You suck.
Well, that's
So
too bad.
that's all you want. You have nothing to say. Well, that's too bad.
I'm sorry for your loss.
He was a good fighter.
I
Give him
didn't.
that.
Yeah. So he nods at Tyson for saying sorry for your loss, and then he agrees with you, Rogar, and he says, "He was. He had a flame that burned brighter than most."
Hashtag Tyson.
Hashtag brighter than Tyson.
No. Shut
Okay.
up. Was that great?
So the city is somewhat silent, or at least the fighting seems to have ceased. There are still twangs of bows that are firing off into the forest, still crossbows that are being fired, as well as the sounds of metal armor in movement, swords in motion, but it seems to have ceased for the most part. And over the next few minutes, over the next few seconds, it seems to die down almost entirely. There is quiet, and even the city, the people, seem to become quiet. I am going to have everyone roll me a d20, please. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
17.
Nice.
15?
Okay.
16.
Oh, nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah, all not high enough.
Go
Went
team.
in there so weird.
No, that's fine. The number we were looking for was 19, but that's okay.
Fuck.
We all just got stepped on by a giant moth.
Gorilla.
No.
We all lose our arms.
Oh, I just got my back.
Okay, so inside of your minds, and some people, I mean, the role is first of all to see whether or not you hear what you're about to hear, but it's also to see how well you fare against its tenacity and almost like the pain that it emits in your skulls. You see some of the soldiers around you hold the sides of their heads in pain, as though they hear this voice louder or somehow differently than all of you hear it. But with your rolls, you seem to be standing up to it a little bit better, and it appears as just a voice.
I don't feel
And
pain.
the voice the voice... It's certainly not comfortable, but the voice says this. Citizens of Ryberry, you have fought brave, worthy of note amongst the battles of history. Take the time to recover your dead. Do as you wish, but know this. If you resist me further, you will all fall and rot ground. Join me, and you can have life forever.
Ooh, I want to be a vampire.
And the voice ceases from your minds. The men around you stop holding their head and seem to shake their heads back and forth as if to kind of rid themselves of that voice. And Ularic and Wolfhelm look at each other and then look to the rest of you. And there's a moment of silence. Does anyone have anything they would like to say?
Did anyone else hear that creepy voice?
Oh my god.
It's very clear that everyone else heard that voice, Tyson.
Well, just clarifying, I've heard a lot of voices in my head over the past few weeks.
Okay, fair enough. So, Wolfhelm looks to you, Tyson. He says, yes, Tyson, we all heard it.
Like a child. Yes, honey.
I am a child. Well, like, do you think that was who was in charge of this thing?
So, Ularic rolls his eyes at you and says, could you shut up for a minute while the rest of us actually think?
Fuck you, Wolfhelm.
That was Ularic.
No.
Oh.
Say Wolfhelm. Yeah, fuck you, Wolfhelm. Shut the fuck up.
All right,
People are trying to think.
at least I kept everyone alive, Ularic.
Okay. You actually saying that?
Yes.
No.
Are you actually saying that? I just need to know. There's so much. You're so not confident in this. Come on, are you saying it or what? At least I kept everyone alive. Come on, you said it out loud.
There's no need to
giving you a chance
right
here.
It's an
now.
Iron Wolf one.
Sure, yeah, I say it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Okay, so Wolfhelm just kind of like sighs slightly. You can see his shoulders kind of fall as he knows what's coming. And Ularic, with his sword already out, pulls like outstretches it quickly and nimbly towards your throat. So it's currently resting right at your Adam's apple, as this razor-sharp longsword, definitely meant for slashing, is sitting right above your chest. Ularic says, say it one more time, Tyson.
At least.
Oh my god.
I want you to slowly, at least, I kept everyone.
Rogar would too. What a fucking guy. Now Tyson's being quiet, I think on purpose.
No, I said, you won't do it. You need me for the next fight.
Ooh.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Not one.
Oh, yes,
my
that's a 23.
God.
Okay, so Ularic looks at you. His eyes meet yours. His eyes quickly flash over to Wolfhelm, who doesn't nod or shake his head or give any indication of telling Ularic what to do. And then Ularic slowly lowers his sword. He says, perhaps you're right, but if you insult my command one more time, I will slit your throat without question.
You got
Tyson
it.
just gave a thumbs up.
Okay. Alright, so Wolfhelm looks to everyone after there's kind of a moment where the air clears there, and he says, we need to take care of our dead. He looks to one of his men near him and he says, sound your horn and let everyone know to meet us here. So the horn sounds 4 times, and over the next few minutes, the remaining soldiers of Ryberry, the guard, I should say, the Knights of the New Moon who are still alive, as well as the Iron Wolves who have made it this far, all approach the the western wall, I should say. Amongst them, you see Rodolfo. However, you do not see Ansel.
No.
You see Irina amongst the people still present. The number of Iron Wolves looks like it's taken quite a hit, but definitely more Knights of the New Moon have fallen than Iron Wolves. Possibly because there's more Iron Wolves to start out with. Possibly because the Knights of the New Moon, I should say, really see this as a threat to Ryberry, and they see this as their duty, whereas the Iron Wolves are mercenaries, right? So it's not like they're just throwing themselves down for the city, right? They're here because Ularic told them to be. So all the men and women rally around Wolfhelm and Ularic, who stand up on top of the body of the troll, which is kind of half in and half out of the city, draped over those broken bits of wall. Wolfhelm speaks, and he says, "Defenders of Ryberry, no doubt you heard the voice too. It has given us the time to take care of our dead, and I suggest we do. We will pile them. We will pile, weird. Now I don't know why pile was the first thing that came to mind.
We need to rebuild the wall.
Jenga.
We will lay them along the wall outside the city and cover them with cloth. I do not want any of these bodies defiled, but I don't want them inside the walls, if they could become those creatures that we have all fought tonight. Our enemy has given us a choice to lay down our weapons and join him, or to fight against him. Now, I don't know what's coming, but I know that if we stand together, we can take care of it, and we can see the light again. So I ask you to raise your arms with me one last time and fight against this villain who seeks to take everything from us." So everyone kind of looks around, and there's this resolve. There is certainly a resolve amongst the crowd as men and women of the Iron Wolves, Knights of the New Moon, and the Guard of the City all kind of nod together. It's not like the forces of the city have been decimated, but I mean, you're looking at a percentage loss. You're looking at around 35 to 40% have been lost in the battle thus far. Wolfhelm looks to the men and women around him and says, "I need this wall repaired as best we can. We don't have much time, so I want teams working on removing this troll's body. And then with timber or stone or what have you, I want it repaired. I want the gate reinforced again. And any other parts along Ryberry's defense that we have time for, I want those taken care of. Am I understood?" And all the men kind of resoundingly say, "Yes, sir." And for our players, our heroes, you're each going to gain 1,500 experience points for a job half done. So you have defended Ryberry for half of the night.
Well, we did what we could. Let's go.
Tyson, I think we should hear this guy out and join him maybe. Like, I don't know. Okay. So you guys can choose where you'd like to help or if you'd like to help at all. It's up to you guys. Tyson, if you want, I mean, I guess you need a long rest to reset your mana, eh?
I still have another set of it. But I do want to talk to Wolfhelm, I guess.
Okay. So the men and women dissipate and begin to work on various tasks, either taking the dead and placing them up against the walls of the city, laid out and covering them in cloth, or working on removing the troll. As Wolfhelm steps down, you can approach him and you can do whatever you'd like to do.
Is Vel also there?
Vel is also there. He is in the back. He looks like he has taken a pretty nasty wound to the shoulder, but nonetheless, he is up and active.
I think we should figure out like why they're trying to get in.
Look, I think we asked that already, and they
I wasn't there.
Yeah, but I know that we'd asked already. Like, did you piss anyone off recently? And they were like, no, not that we know of. I don't remember if you rolled insight, but We can ask again. It never hurts to ask again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I ask Wolfhelm. I say, do we know where they're trying to get in? Like, is there something we could figure out and then give it to them, or like, do we know?
You're asking Wolfhelm, or you're asking Vel?
Wolfhelm. Sorry.
Okay. So Wolfhelm looks to you as he's kind of continuing to walk. He's heading towards the gate, but he says, "You can walk with me if you'd like, Tyson."
Yeah, I catch up to him.
Okay. So he looks to you and he says, "I don't know what they're after. I've had Wilmond working on it all night, but to no avail. Or at least he hasn't sent anyone to find me."
Could it be the mayor? Did he piss someone off? Like, he seems like a guy who would do that.
Yes, the mayor is a sack of shit. We can both agree on that. But does this seem like retaliation for some petty political rivalry?
Probably not. It seems more
much
like
greater
they want
than that.
something.
Correct.
But why Ryberry? It's just a small, village, basically.
Who knows, Tyson? Perhaps it's a domino effect and we're simply the next in line, though I would have thought we'd heard something of other towns or cities undergoing the same. If we're the first to fall, we're an odd choice, I would say that for sure. We don't have resources or wealth like other mountain villages and cities. And if it's for some other reason, I'm afraid I'm just grasping at straws. I'm not quite sure why Ryberry was picked for this particular attack, but all I can do now is defend it to the best of my ability.
Alright, well, I kind of want to work on figuring out what it is.
Does he recognize the voice at all? Like, does it sound familiar?
Good question. Did you recognize the voice?
He
in our heads?
Looks at you and he rolls a memory check, and he goes, "I'm afraid I don't. Did not recognize it."
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go figure something. I'm gonna try and figure this out. You know.
I'm gonna figure.
Wolfhelm looks to you, Tyson. He says, "However you find it best to spend your time, Tyson, you go off and do it."
No faith in you at all.
Well, I can't do much else, so not very strong.
Well, there are things that you can do, Tyson, but no, this seems like a good use of your time. You go ahead.
You guys laugh, but if I figure this out, we're fucking golden. All right, I run back to Val.
Okay.
If that's okay. If you guys didn't want to do anything.
Go for it.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do stuff, but just after you're done, Tyson, you're the priority.
Sorry.
Laina plus 105 experience points.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Tyson, you're the priority. Priority report. Okay. I don't know. It sounded like Minority Report in my head. I thought it was funny. Okay, so Tyson, you have that's how you make a joke stick, is you explain it, dissect it. All right. Tyson McKay, you head back to find Vel. He is currently kneeling behind. God damn it. He's kneeling behind a man.
What are you doing?
He's kneeling beside
Why is his pants
a man
down?
who is propped up against the wall. The man has a pretty serious wound to his stomach. He's bleeding pretty profusely. And Vel is currently layering cure wound spells, one on top of the other, trying to seal that wound over. As you approach, without even looking up to see who it is, he speaks and says, "Tyson McKay, how did you fare, my friend?"
Not bad. I didn't have to really fight anything after I left you. So.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, the south wall took some of a beating. We had many, many foot soldiers attacking the wall there. I lost a few men.
I'm sorry, Val. I should have stayed with you.
It is in the past now, Tyson. All we can do is prepare for the future.
All right. Well, speaking of the future, did you happen to recognize that voice that was played out in everyone's head? I don't know what to call it.
The voice? I did not hear a voice, though I am aware that others did.
You didn't hear it?
I did not. You see, Tyson, over the years I have built up my resistance to such intrusions of the mind, living in limbo and other such planes, succumbing to the will of other creatures bent on domination of the mind. is certainly not something you want to do if you wish to survive.
Well, okay, I explained like what she said to us, and then I asked him like,
It was a man's voice.
Oh, I thought it was a she. Oh, okay. I pay attention, I swear. And then I tell him, I ask him, I say, what do you think they want from Ryberry? It's a pretty small town. Like, why attack it?
So he sighs a little bit as his magic kind of, like he's ending the spell, but it seems to falter out of his hand. And the man kind of lies back, his eyes closed. It looks like he's passed out, but he's not dead. He's still breathing. And Vel stands using his staff to bolster himself. He stands and looks to you and he says, "Can you tell me one more time what this voice said?"
Guess who took notes? I did.
He said that if we continued to resist him, we would all fall, but we could join him and live forever.
Live forever. Certainly not a unique thing to say. Many different forces over time have sought immortality. I think this may be somewhat of an empty gesture, though. Look at these bodies. If these are followers or soldiers of any sort, does it look like they are living forever? Or at least in the way that you'd want to live? Perhaps not.
No.
So, our villain then, our mystery man, maybe he believes he's bestowing immortality. But it is an odd request, is it not, to lay down our arms? It means one of two things to me, Tyson. Either that he wishes to control Ryberry, or that he wishes something within its walls. If we are the only thing standing in his way between what he wants, perhaps continuing the fight is not in his best interests. You've given me much to think about.
How? Yeah. Is there any way to communicate with the person?
Did it sound more like an entity, or did it sound like a person? You would know if something like a god or a greater being was speaking to you, certainly.
I'm pretty sure it was just like a being, like a person.
Then he is projecting his thoughts somehow. There are only a few spells, powerful though they are, that could do such a thing. And a few artifacts, no doubt. A way to reach out to him. You could walk out the front gate, though I'm not quite sure that's the thing you're willing to do, Tyson.
I got it, Val.
Like you got it, like he like you're not gonna walk out the front gate, or you got it like you got the idea you're gonna walk out the front gate?
Sure, yeah, I got the idea.
Okay.
I say, okay, Val, so there's no way to magically communicate with him, or you don't think?
There are spells which allow one to project your mind onto others, to communicate telepathically, but something with the kind of range that we're talking about, I mean, learning it would be impossible in the time frame we have. No, I'm not sure I know how I would communicate with this being. If I opened my mind to it when it had happened, I might have been able to continue a conversation, but it doesn't seem like this was a two-way street, if you know what I mean. It seems as though it was simply projecting and not accepting. Does that make sense?
Can I just say that before you went off on your on your adventure to figure out what the voice was, I was already thinking that I wanted to try to communicate with the voice. So I want to try and do that before all this. We're going to backtrack a little bit later, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get to Rogar and Laina for sure as to what you guys want to do with this time.
Okay. But just know, I was already thinking that before. This was not inspiration for me.
No. Okay.
I'm not sure I believe you, Laina. I think you're totally basing this off what Tyson's doing. Just kidding.
I'm the hero.
I'm the hero.
Okay. Well, I asked Vel if there's anything else that he can tell me.
I'm not quite sure there is. Look, I have vast knowledge by mortal means, or by mortal standards. But knowing what this being's wishes are, knowing what drives him, I do not know, Tyson. I mean, look at the men that he uses in battle and combat. Trolls are not easy to negotiate with, nor do they work for anyone but themselves unless they are compensated. And these creatures, he says as he gestures to the ones that made it inside the wall when the troll knocked it down on the western wall, he says, these former men and women, these are abominations. And they don't have sentience or consciousness anymore the way you or I do. I don't know what this person's goal is, Tyson. It seems disorganized, but there is something at the root of it, I assure you. Some rational force that is driving him.
Okay. Well,
if this was purely meant to turn as many people as he could, this is a very ineffective way of doing so. He's losing followers while doing this.
Yeah, far more than he's gaining.
If he simply wanted to infect, he would have just sent more of those bloated corpses in through the well, slowly contaminating the entire town, but that's not what he did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, why would he send only a few? Okay, I thank him for his insight, and then we can let you guys catch up to where I am.
Cool, Tyson, I'm going to hand you 268 experience points.
Wow.
I love that. I love that. It's weird.
Makes the math so much harder.
Okay, we're going to move on to... Who would like to go next? Rock, paper, scissors, or you want me to choose, or are you guys choosing?
You could just go.
Oh, I win.
Nice. Plus 15 experience points.
Yeah. Do we both get that?
Sure. Rogar was being nice and he was being a bright lord, and you were being a cold-hearted bitch.
Wow.
Rogar doesn't add that type of experience.
No, that's just petty points. I don't take petty points.
I take petty points.
Minus 15 experience points, Rogar.
I don't take minus.
I take minus petty points.
Okay, Laina, what would you like to do?
So before Tyson all gets in Lark's face and everything, saying, "Oh, at least I didn't kill somebody."
Well, we can't really do before that though. We can do after that.
Oh, I can't do before that? Oh, well,
No,
I wanted to like open up, like see if I could communicate with it, because I know I heard it. So I wanted to see if I could try and send a message back, because I know there's spells where it's like you can send a message and then that person can send a message back.
There are spells like that. This is not a message spell. Message is centered on one person. It's within 120 feet or something along those lines, if my memory serves. This guy is clearly more than 120 feet from you, and he seems to be targeting the entire town. So it's not message.
Can I see if I can, I don't know what I would roll for this, but can I see if there is like a point of, I don't know, I was going to say point of interest or beginning of where the message starts? Like almost like if it's a wave, like did it go from left to right, right to left? Is there a spot that the spell is centered and, coming from? Either one of those things?
Roll me a d20. This is going to be a perception check to see if you can see where it starts and where it ends. Like who it's affecting first, you mean, and who it seems to affect later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my perception would be a 19.
Okay. So it appears that the wave of who it affected, the men down the street from you towards the east seem to have been affected or holding their head first compared to the men at the west, right? So it seemed to be like a wave of... the message didn't start until everyone was affected, but it seemed like men were holding their heads and gasping in pain before you guys, and they were eastwards of you.
Okay.
That's really, really cool that you thought about that. So I'm going to give you 118 experience points.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, because I'm trying to find a point of origin, but you can't always find the person. Okay. And were there any, like, distinctive things in his voice? Like, were there any slurs, murmurs, hiccups, background noise?
There was no background noise. So, you know, it wasn't like this voice was an audible spoken one. It was a mental voice, right? Which is slightly different because it's not necessarily the way that person speaks, right? The voice inside your head is different than the voice that you project, certainly, right? And the voice that people hear is certainly different from the voice that you think you're projecting. So, yeah, the voice doesn't have any lisps, or it's not bound by the same physical mechanics that a real voice is.
Okay. I guess I want to ask Ularic where he wants me to be, or if he wants me to scout at all, or...
He looks to you and he says, "You can console the men, take care of some of the dead, or repair the wall. Do what you see fit to do, but don't overexert yourself."
I want to go take care of people. I know that's very un-Laina, but I wouldn't want to build a wall. So.
Okay. So, Laina, you go ahead and begin to tend to... Are you tending to wounded people, or are you taking care of body removal?
Let's do body removal, and then I'm gonna go get McKay. Actually, I have a plan for this. I was thinking about it too. So I want to go find McCain's body. And
okay.
I want... is there anything on him?
So are you walking inside the city walls or outside the city walls?
I believe he was outside the city walls, right? So I'd have to go out. But
you're at the eastern... You're at the western wall, sorry. And you can choose to walk outside and around or inside and around.
Outside and around.
Okay. All right, so you walk outside the wall of Ryberry. There are bodies strewn, some close, some far from the wall, and some bodies still move and twitch as you walk by.
Are they still alive, or is it just death twitches?
No, there are definitely some things that are still alive.
Oh boy.
At some points of the wall that have taken more of a heavy beating, there are Knights of the New Moon, guards, and iron wolves that are still alive, moaning and crying out in the dark for help. But there are also the bodies of the Myconid foot soldiers and the fungus-infested humans, the bloated corpses, that still twitch and move and seem to pull themselves closer to the wall slowly in the dirt.
The war is not over. I just realized.
Get back out there.
I'll just, I want to go, if there's somebody, relatively close to me that's screaming for help, I'll go over and either end their suffering or help them.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, but it's if they don't, sorry. If they're just an upper torso and they're oh my god.
What if they're a lower torso?
It's just their penis. But yeah, if it's if they're blown to bits and they just need to be put out of their misery.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay, so all you hear are cries of pain and whimpers and sobbing and cries for help out in the distance, but it's not like you can see very well. It's the middle of the night.
And your eyes are closed.
You can light a torch if you
and
want.
my eyes are closed. Okay, then I'm just gonna go find McCain and try not to step on any of the myconoids.
So are you gonna light a torch though, or are you just gonna fumble your way through the... Okay.
I assumed I didn't have any, because otherwise I would have lit one already.
No,
I'll light one.
You get torches when you start out, right? You picked the Explorer's Pack when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 10 torches in there, so you can...
Okay, so I'll light one of those.
Boys. Cool.
Yeah.
Typically I would have someone roll for that, but that seems pretty... I mean, you got a stone arm now. That's half of flint and steel, right?
I got a flint arm. I'm just cutting myself.
How would that work? Should we be holding it between your legs and
No, if you held the torch with your thumb right up next to the lit bit of it, and you
right
just
up.
like struck the thumb a couple times, right? You right, it'll be right there.
I think she should roll because it's new.
If I clap fast enough with one hand,
Fine.
I just
You know what,
spark.
Tyson? You get what you want. Roll me a d20, Laina.
This sucks ass.
It's a survival check.
I know. I don't think I have anything in survival.
How would you not have?
Oh, I have.
You add your wisdom to it.
That's a 12.
Cool. Yeah, you light the torch.
Just barely.
Perfect. Now can we move on, Tyson? You satisfied?
Yeah.
If I rolled a 1 and then he's like, "You light the torch. You satisfied, Tyson?"
No.
All right, so you move along the bodies of the dead and some still living, and you reach the point where the 2 massive venom trolls have fallen. Down on the ground, lying outstretched, is the body of McKay, his head not there.
Oh. Okay.
How do you know it's McCain then?
It's a
his
body
dick.
without a head. And you never saw his dick,
You didn't
so
see
roll me a
his
fucking
wang.
deception check.
You want a perception check? Is that what you said?
I said roll me a fucking deception check. You never saw his dick.
Oh, it's deception. Yeah, you don't know what I did in my own time.
Yeah, I know that you didn't play D&D because that's not how the world works. You can't just interact. I interact with the world all the time when you're not there, Noah. Okay, you're fucking crazy then.
No. Okay, so I because he wore like a leather jacket, right? With all the
He wore wolf style armor, right? So it had that pelt on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want
No,
his
it's
jacket.
definitely his body. It's got a bunch of knives and like it's him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was kidding. Move on.
But I want no, I know that. I know whatever. But I want I was wondering if I could have his pelt and then I would wear it in his honor.
Well, the head of the pelt is gone because it was worn on his head. But
That's
the rest
okay. It's cuter without it.
is it? It's not. It's soaked in blood. But you know, you do
Is it
you.
really bad? Ugh, fine.
Yeah, it's pretty
Take
mangled.
one of his knives.
Does he have anything on him? Can I search like something that I could like lay to rest for him that would like be in his honor?
A love letter to Laina.
Oh no, don't say that. Don't give him ideas.
Like, I would take that idea. It would be so blatantly fucking stolen. What
From
lazy
me.
writing. Can you... Yeah, you can roll me a d20, please, to check his body.
No, Noah, don't make me roll for it, Noah.
What is
No,
it?
I'm gonna make you roll.
She already rolled.
What am I rolling? An investigation?
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
Woo!
Okay, so, I mean, you find all of his knives, which are kind of in those...
Do I really not find anything? That's so sad.
sheaths on his... I mean, you can take 20 to do it. Like, you can just search his body as to the best of your ability.
I can
just
take
takes
20
time.
to do it. Okay, so I can keep doing this?
No, you just say you take 20.
Yeah.
It takes 20 minutes of game time.
No,
Oh.
that's not how it works.
What? I don't understand
That's how it
what just
works.
happened.
Taking 20... No, taking 20 means, like, you take a 20, right? And you're just going
20
to
minutes.
take however much amount of time it takes to do this to the best of your ability.
Takes you 6 days.
It doesn't
I
mean
don't
it ta-
understand what this math is. What?
There's a thing, it's an action you can do. It's called taking 20. You can't do it in combat because combat is all about initiative and being quick on your feet and acting in that moment, that 6 to
gotcha.
8 seconds of combat. But say you want to search someone's room and you don't have any time constraints and you're not worried about like them coming back, or you're not worried about making you're just going to take 20. You're going to do the action to the best of your ability, and you're just going to take whatever amount of time it takes.
Yeah, I want to do that then.
Cool. So you take 20 searching McCain's body, and you find a belt pouch, coin purse, if you will. It contains about 86, sorry. Hard to read this writing sometimes. 86 gold pieces and almost 120 silver pieces.
Oh, buddy, loaded.
Why were you guys trying to take bribery? McCain had it all.
They were asking for 400 pounds of silver, not 400 pieces of silver, Tyson.
Close enough.
Oh. Yeah, they weren't asking for 400 coins, you moron. They're asking for 400 pounds.
Do you have a couple $100 you can spot me? Why are you guys putting up such a fight?
We literally asked for a week's rent. Yeah, so you find the money, first of all. And second of all, in a smaller pouch, you find a set of carved bone dice. They are 6-sided dice that would be used for gambling. And they are pretty intricate. Look like they're fairly old. Those are kind of cool.
Hey.
There is a bracelet that he wears on his left hand, left wrist. And it has a wooden carved wolf's head as a pendant, which kind of hangs off of it. It looks like it's made of wood, so it's kind of unique.
Okay.
And aside from that, he's got his dozen or so knives.
Does he have like a unique knife? Or any of them like clearly more of a he has them on him but he doesn't use it knife?
Yeah. I mean, he uses this one, but it's instead of being in that like along his chest, in the little scabbards that are there for those knives, and instead of like the arm knives or the boot knives or the ankle knives, he's got one on his hip, which is curved and kind of wicked, more of like a cleaving knife almost, and it looks like it's sharpened expert. Like it looks like it could slice flesh like to the bone and leave the bone unscathed. Like it's a very, very cruel and wicked looking knife. It's got a black ebony handle, and it has silver inlay as well along that handle, and it's about 9 to 10 inches long, and it's kind of curved wickedly. So that's kind of the knife that is definitely the prize in his possession.
Okay. I'm gonna take that too.
Okay.
And stab him.
Oh my god.
This knife is unique. It's expertly forged, and it's made of very high quality steel. The attacker gains damage of 2d4 plus their to hit their damage, or obviously. But instead of 1d4 for a knife, it does 2d4. Ooh. It can also be thrown, but it's more of a slasher as opposed to a stabber, so it's not great at being thrown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Can I go look for his head?
His head's inside the troll.
Oh, it's like really in there, eh? Okay.
Climb in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go try and help people now then.
Cool. So, Laina, I'm going to give you 287 experience points.
Pretty good.
For saying goodbye to a friend.
A lover.
Slash lover.
Just a friend.
Yeah, dude, it was just a friend. They never made a move.
Right.
I know.
Hi, Rogar. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, finance bread lady's dead. He said at the beginning of the episode.
He's dead?
She's not dead, is she?
I made it. It was a joke, Laina. God damn it.
Was she the one I threw the rock at?
Is McCain a joke?
Yeah, McCain's a joke. He's actually there, man. Stop touching my stuff. No, he's definitely dead. Yeah, he's dead. And finance bread lady, you're not sure, Rogar, but I mean, it's not like you know she's dead. You just don't know.
Where is she?
Is that what you're gonna do? Just run the streets screaming finance bread lady?
Is it my go to see what I'm doing?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna start helping people.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I would like to go to Wolfhelm and talk to him.
Okay, so you head over to Wolfhelm. Tyson McKay was speaking with him and walking alongside him, and then Tyson kind of veered off and turned right around, and you kind of jogged to catch up to Wolfhelm, who is striding quickly towards the gate. He looks to you and says, "What is it, Rogar?"
I ask him, well, how many soldiers did we lose?
It doesn't look as bad as I thought. We, at worst, might be down to half of our force. But I think our enemy has spent more of his energy than he likes to admit. if he asked us to lay down our arms. It's not out of kindness, I can assure you that.
Yes. Say he had a pretty big army, considering he had a undead hill giant. The one we took down.
Yes. But remember, these are shock troops, designed to scare and intimidate. Look at his regular forces. They're nothing strong or efficient, they're just meant to flood through the holes that those heavy hitters were designed to make. No, I think we've got our opponent right where we want him, to be honest.
And I say, where's that?
Well, he's only got 2 options here. He either waits us out, but he knows that in doing so we become stronger and we can fortify Ryberry more, or he attacks and presses what he believes to be his advantage. But look at how many forces we've already slain. I don't think he has many more of his regular troops, and I haven't seen any evidence of him having more trolls or giants at his disposal. So I think that he's going to press his advantage. He knows that if he waits us out, we could have reinforcements or we could send word to nearby towns or cities for aid. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll try and enter the city tonight.
And then I ask, what about Groban and the other Iron Wolf?
I haven't heard from Dorman about them in the past hours, but if you wouldn't mind, if you could check that out for me and return to me with any information, I would be certainly grateful.
Okay. And I ask him if he wants me to help around, like, the city, like, we're building up the walls or seeing if anyone's still alive.
Of course. Whatever you think would help best, Rogar, you go ahead and do it. I'm going to oversee the reconstruction of the gate. Took a fair bit of damage from that hill giant and from those other forces that were battering against it. The west wall definitely needs to be rebuilt to the best of our ability. Ularic says that the north wall didn't maintain much damage, and I don't know anything of the south. I hadn't spoken to the wizard.
Okay. Well, I will head to go see Groban.
Be careful, and make sure you find Dorman first. Don't just walk into their chambers.
I nod my head and head towards Groban.
Cool. So you're heading towards the Knights of the New Moon Guild Hall. I'm going to give you 52 experience points for talking to your boy, Wolfhelm. And you are heading over to the Knights of the New Moon Guild Hall. On the way there are many men, women, children, all looking around, kind of lost, stranded, but also taking direction from the forces at B. As you head into the guild hall, there are many Knights of the New Moon. Well, many is a strong word, but there are Knights of the New Moon nonetheless, filtering and passing weapons out of the armory and bringing them to Iron Wolves and Knights of the New Moon and guards of the city. They're replacing crossbows and bows that have broken or have been lost in combat or whatever the case may be. And they're passing out quivers of bolts and arrows as well.
Okay.
As you walk and pass down that hallway, you find Dorman. He is in that line, passing stuff back and forth, aiding the city, and he looks to you as you approach.
Okay. I ask him if I could go see Groban, just to get an update on him, since Wolfhelm is wondering.
He looks to you and he says, it's not a good idea, boy. Groban's not well, and that Wolfie, he's on a rough track, indeed.
So, like it's gotten worse?
It has. Groban's been seizing. I can't stop the seizures either. Seems like he's losing control of his body. But it's not as bad as whatever going on in his mind, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh boy.
I haven't been able to find a cure. And to be honest, in the next few days with this amount of seizures and that amount of fever, his brain will just turn to mush.
I ask him what the best procedure would be to just put him out of his misery, or
I don't know. But if I'm unable to find any kind of antidote soon, I'm afraid we'll have no choice.
Okay. I nod my head and I'd like to go see Willman, just to see what's new with him.
All right, so you can...
Okay, what's new?
Hey, buddy.
So you continue down the hall slightly, and to the left, Willman's doors are closed, and there is a big piece of parchment with scribbled ink on it that says, "Do not fucking disturb."
Disturbed.
Don't do it. He's busy. He's stressed. He's tired.
He needs a friend.
We're having sex, yeah, right.
He needs a Rogar.
Yeah, he needs a Rogar.
I knock on the door.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and all you hear is muttering and speaking inside. Willman speaking to himself, but he does not acknowledge your knock at the door.
Can I open the door?
Okay, so you open the door slightly, and spinning and whistling towards the door, it's one door, but spinning and whistling towards the wall, just at the crack of the opening, a glass shatters against the wall with liquid kind of splashing everywhere, and he says, "Don't you fucking read!"
Say, Willman, it's Rogar.
Okay, so he says, "Oh fuck, whatever, come in. If you're gonna bother me, just fucking bother me."
All right, I walk in. I say, "Why are you? Or what's with the sign on the door?"
Oh, well, if it's not figure out what the problem is this, or fix Groban's malady that, it's something else. It's something else, Rogar. He said, "I'm a librarian, not a fucking mind reader. I don't know what's going on."
Well, I ask him, like, have you discovered anything new, or?
I haven't discovered nearly enough that's new, okay? All I know is that back in the day, there were some cultists that vaguely followed the same kind of look and appearance and disease formation as these guys, okay? But no one seems to say where they're from or who they follow. They just say that they rose up and fell. So what am I supposed to do with that, huh? Am I supposed to take that information? I go to another book. That book doesn't have anything. I go to the next book. That book doesn't have anything. I'm just reading books, Rogar. I'm reading books.
Google it, idiot.
Well, I tell him if he, heard the voice in his head, too.
Yeah, of course I heard that voice. It didn't sound much different than the other voices, though, so it didn't really seem to fucking matter, did it?
Get out of there.
I kind of like woman again.
Say, well, this voice was distinct, was it not?
No, Rogar, look, the voice was distinct, but what do you want me to say, okay? It doesn't give me anything to go on. He didn't mention a name, or a deity, or a cult. He didn't mention a force, or a power. He didn't mention an artifact, or a throne, or a country. He didn't mention anything.
Okay, I say fair enough. I ask him if he needs any help with anything.
Look, if you want to really be helpful, the mayor keeps all of the best records and books up at his hall, okay? Keeps them in a little chest. It's in the back room, in his room, beside his desk. So there are a lot of sensitive documents, quote unquote, that he keeps up there. Now, I bet that fuck has fled time ago, okay? As soon as the Iron Wolves let him go, I'm sure he just packed up his shit and waddled his fat ass out the door, okay?
Damn it, I was gonna go to the mayor's hall too.
So, find whatever's in that fucking crate, or bring the whole fucking crate, because I'm out of texts. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, I nod my head and I say, I'll bring it back.
Okay, so, Rogar, I'm going to give you 112 experience points for going to speak with Willman and discuss with him. And what would you like to do next?
Throw him a gold piece.
You really helped me out. I'm helping him out. Alright, I tell Willman I'll be back shortly and I'll head out.
Okay, so you head out, closing the door behind you, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah. And head out. Wilhelm is still at the front gate, so you can... I was like Wilmond, Wilhelm, Ularic, all these names floating around.
Too many. Kill some of them off.
Yeah, that's the, well, I mean, fuck, I killed off Ansel, so I mean, we're getting there.
Damn it. She's my favorite.
I didn't kill her off. I mean, I just rolled and she didn't make it, so it's not really like, it's not like it was subjective. It was a very objective process. Some characters made it, some didn't. You notice I didn't mention Galix.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that.
Yeah, Irina made it. Galix did not.
No!
You're the only Dragonborn now.
My brother.
It wasn't your real brother.
My only Dragonborn.
On your tombstone, they should write Rogar.
Okay, so you do see Wolfhelm. He is helping the men to repair the gate. If you want, you can relay that information from Dorman to him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. So what would you like to say?
Well, I let him know that Groban's gotten worse than he was before. He's saying he can't control the seizures that he's having. And he hasn't found a cure yet.
So Wolfhelm shakes his head as he kind of lifts a support beam, helping a bunch of men in line. He looks to you and he says, "All right, it's not the news I wanted to hear, but nonetheless, go on and do what you need to do. Thank you."
Okay, I also tell him, like, if we don't find a cure, we'll have to kill him.
Okay, so Wolfhelm kind of gives you the eyes, like the men are all around listening, and he goes, "We'll talk about it later, Rogar."
We have to kill him! Kill him!
Okay, I nod my head and
You're going to gain 143 experience points, and you can continue on your way.
You drop from hero status to enemy.
I'm just telling the truth. Like, you don't want to kill him when he's infected. Might as well do it before your turn.
Okay, what would you like to do
Tell
now?
me after I turn.
Before. Way before. Like before you're even infected.
In about 15 minutes, are you free?
Well, I'll help out around the town first off.
Come help me, let's hang out.
What would you like to do?
I'll go look for people that are still alive.
Okay, which side of the city would you like to investigate?
Just the main gate where I was at.
Cool. So, I mean, they're boarding up the main gate. They're not, I mean, you can climb down the wall if you want, or tie a rope and climb down the wall, but no one's getting out the main gate.
Okay, I'll go to the, yeah, I guess I'll go to where Laina was.
That's the north wall.
Sure. The north wall, yeah.
So the north wall hasn't caved in, but nonetheless, there are bodies of men that either by the Myconids and the undead kind of piling on top of each other and attacking and pulling bodies off. There are men certainly on the ramparts on the wall that have been injured and some have died. So as you approach and kind of climb up the wooden steps to that overview of the field, there are two men trying to help a man who has been gouged severely in the neck by the claws of one of these creatures.
Okay,
he's crying. He's in pain. He's weak and very, very sickly looking, very pale.
I'll rush over to those guys and go help them.
Okay, so the man looks to you as he's kind of got cloth pressed on the wound. He says, "I don't know what to do. It's not sealing over."
Let's see what spells we got here.
Okay, so the one guy looks to you, Rogar, and he says, "He was scratched by one of those things. Do you think he's infected?"
Yeah.
We gotta kill him.
Happened to me, and I'm infected, so
We gotta take him out right now.
Let's say, unfortunately, I think so.
So the man who's kind of pressed up against the wall, who's bleeding, is like, "You think I'm infected?"
You were scratched and you weren't infected. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but this guy's like gotta be bad, right?
I think fucking gouged.
Where'd you study medicine? Was it U of T or
Rogar's already
Harvard?
pulling his sword out of his... He's already pulling his pick out of his
I just
sheath.
got really good practice with those large front orders.
I've had a taste for blood.
Well,
The guy looks to you and says, I'm gonna be alright, right?
Sorry, I'll tell your
I'm
family.
gonna be okay, right?
I nod my head to him. I said yes. I'm just trying to round up as many men as I can, and then I'll
tend to you.
Yeah,
try something out to help all you guys out.
Just starts patting his head. Yeah, you'll be okay. Think of the rabbits, George.
Okay, so his eyes begin to kind of glaze over as he's breathing heavy, and he goes, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. And you see just more and more blood pouring down his chest.
Heal.
Well, I wanna grab like as many wounded as I can to have this sick spell that I could use.
So if this one dies, at least a couple more will be okay later.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm gonna rush and see if I can find more men that are injured.
I don't know what this spell is, so maybe it's dope, but this is really funny that you're just gonna run away from this guy.
Well, there's 2 other knights there with him, right?
Yeah, well, it's actually a wolf who's down, and there is a wolf and then a guard who are tending to him.
Okay, well, I tell them to like keep looking after him while I find more men.
Okay, so they just kind of nod at you, trying to press bandages against the guy's wound to try and slow that bleeding. Along the wall, there is as you walk along the wall, there are the cries of men down below in the field who have either jumped over and dropped to attack larger creatures that were kind of bashing down the wall, or who jumped down to try and stop the piling up of the corpses, the undead bloated creatures. Because sometimes they would pile up at certain points, and yeah, you can shoot them, but that's very ineffective. Any body shot's just gonna do whatever to them, right? You really have to take out the head. So some brave men and troops of Knights of the New Moon, like squads of them, would go down the wall and try and stop them there. So there are definitely the cries of men who are injured out in the field.
Okay, well, I head towards like the nearest voice that's crying out for help.
So you're gonna climb down the wall.
Yeah.
You're dying. Move on to the next one.
I pop out from behind a pillar. Woody move.
Oh God.
Okay, so you climb down the wall. Do you have dark vision?
Dragonborn does, yes.
Thought I did. Yeah, I definitely do.
I don't think Dragonborns do.
Dragonborns do.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure. I'm about to get proven wrong. Fairly certain they did, though.
Yeah, I'm like 95% certain that Dragonborns do not have dark vision, but like I'm willing to check it out.
I'm looking.
Certainly something that you should have on your sheet, Rogar.
For sure. Okay. Might be on my first one.
Dragonborn traits.
I like how I talked to 2 people, and it's the equivalent of Rogar running all around the town.
Yeah, no, you did speak with Vel for a while, though. You guys kind of had a longer, drawn-out conversation, but I'm with you.
Town's pretty big.
No, so Dragonborn traits, you got ability score, age, alignment, size, speed, draconic ancestry, breath weapon, damage resistance, languages. So no dark vision. Unless you got it from your class, it's going to be a no.
Well, I'll just light up one of my torches.
Cool. In the distance, you see a torch lit. It is on the ground beside Laina. You can see that very clearly as she is kind of rooting through some dude's stuff.
Yeah.
Who's there?
I'm just gonna ignore her.
That is what you would see, but like, would he know that it's McCain's body at all? Like, it's clearly an iron wolf, at least.
You're about 50 feet away from him. You climb down the wall at a separate section. So no, he doesn't know that it's McCain's body.
You do you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it and go to the nearest guy that needs help.
I like that when he described where he was going originally. He said, I'm going to go to where Laina goes. Okay, you see Laina. I'll ignore it.
Well, I didn't go there to see you.
So you hear cries of help, not but 20 feet in the opposite direction from you. There is one man who has his entrails, like his guts, kind of spilled out, and he is kind of holding them. A man who is beside him has scratches along his face and body, and he's kind of like rocking back and forth. And there is a man on the ground who is in his last gasps. This looks like a few Knights of the New Moon who leapt over the wall. There are dozens of dead around them, so it looks like they did a fucking number on the opponents, but they definitely got massacred. There are also 2 Knights of the New Moon there who are dead. Yeah. What a scene.
I can't really help Buddy with his guts.
Oh my god, sorry. You looked for more injured guys. You find them, and then now you're telling me you can't help them?
They're too injured. There's obviously a scale.
Can I put his guts back in his stomach?
You can try, but I mean, they're definitely not going to go back in the right place.
Touch it.
Oh god. Well, I'll help the guy that's fucking got the scratches on his face.
Okay, the guy on the ground, you can't tell, but I mean, his armor's kind of rent and bent on his chest. It looks like he's been bashed severely in the chest.
Yeah. This is stressful.
Why don't you come get me and we'll help build a pile of injured, and then we'll go do your spell.
A pile of injured.
Stack them up.
Jenga.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, Rogar.
Heal, boom.
I only got legs.
Oh my god.
I asked the soldier on the ground where he's injured.
Where are you from?
Which soldier on the ground? The one that's hardly breathing?
Sure.
Yeah, so you asked him where he's injured. He kind of raises a hand very weakly and points towards his chest, where a large bit of his armor has been caved in.
Okay. I'll cast Cure Wounds on his chest, around this area there.
Okay, so he breathes a little easier as you cast Cure Wounds. Can you roll me your D8, please?
Yeah. Oh.
That's a D10.
Oh. Whoop.
I don't even think you have a D8 there.
I do not. There it
that's
is.
a D8.
So he gains back 5 health.
Cool. Sweet. It's very clear that the metal plate on his chest, which is caved in, is definitely piercing into his body and impacting his breathing, if not causing massive bleeding. So that is kind of the issue here.
You're like, heal.
Can I try and I kind of want to try and take his armor off to
No, you never take your armor off in war.
The war is over.
It's not.
Plus 67 experience points, Laina.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah, I kind of want to take his.
Shut up, Tyson.
I kind of want to take his armor off so that his chest area can
okay.
breathe and stuff.
So you'd like to do that?
Yeah.
Cool. So you take off his chest armor, and as you take it off, the piece that's caved in kind of makes this suction sound as you pull it from his chest, and a bunch of blood, like a massive amount, begins to flow forth from his chest.
Oh god.
His breathing becomes super weak. You can almost see parts of his lungs, and his breathing becomes very shallow very quickly in a matter of seconds.
I do Cure Wounds on the chest that's bleeding, and I cover it up as well.
Okay, so do Cure Wounds.
It's 9 health back.
Okay, you heal him for 9 health. He's continuing to bleed though, and he's continuing to bleed pretty profusely. What would you like to do?
I look. Ooh. Is there rags or anything or something I could cover up and tighten it, his wound up?
It's a cavity in his chest. It's about the width of a pear, like an apple, and it's long though, so it's like a fissure. It's the length of about a hand.
Shit.
Okay, so he's continuing to bleed, and he is losing
Rogar,
health.
save him.
I'm trying.
Put me over.
I yell out for help to see if anyone.
I react. After
my
I'm done
God.
searching McKay, I'm gonna go help
I'm
people.
sorry. Look, I love your enthusiasm. Like, I love your bit here. You are so not good at healing this guy. You just made it so much worse. It's like first aid 101. It's like if someone's impaled by something, do not fucking remove it. And you were just like, oh, the armor? Just. I'm sorry, I love you to death. Okay, so you begin
pierced by an arrow. Don't you remove it right away?
No. That's the opposite. It's fine. You begin
It's holding the blood in.
Well,
You begin to call for you begin to call for help, and your voice is one of, I wouldn't say many, but one of a few calling for help in the night. Laina, you hear Rogar's voice calling out, not but 60 feet from you. There's a torch beside him, and it's up to you as to what you'd like to do.
Yeah, I'll go over
I just stick that torch
quickly and hastily. I'll go over.
Okay, so you head over, and I guess you're kneeling beside him, or you're standing?
Yeah, I'll kneel. Can I roll a medicine and see if there's something I can do to stop it?
Sure, yeah, roll me a medicine check.
Natural
shit.
20. He's healed. He's better. Done.
Okay, so Laina, you notice it's a nat 20. I gotta give it to you. Okay, so you notice amongst all of the organs, blood, flesh, tissue, that it is an arterial bleed. And that's where he's losing all this blood very quickly from. So you notice where the bleed is, and you know that you have to put pressure on, stop, or seal up that wound. And
Okay, so
you
I'm
know
gonna-
expertly where it is.
I'm going to put pressure on it, and I'm going to say, here, heal right here. His artery.
What are you doing?
Okay, I don't know if Cure Wounds works that way. I don't know if you
No, we
can
have to
target
seal
like a
up the wound.
specific thing, but I guess I'll allow it, because you got a nat 20. I mean, yeah, I'll allow it.
Allow
Fuck
it. Allow it. It's a nat 20, yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
4 health.
Okay, so Rogar, well, we're going to play it a little bit thematically here. You target this specific point on the guy's body and heal the artery as best you can. The bleeding ceases for the most part, still bleeding somewhat. Mm-hmm. And he seems a little bit more stabilized, still got very weak breathing, still definitely very shallow breaths, but he is nonetheless stable for the better part.
I'm going to...
Saved a life.
Shut
Rogar
up.
and
You
Laina,
did
I'm
not
gonna
at all.
I'm going to hand Rogar and Laina 122 experience points each.
I don't get any extra for that nat 20. Oh my
All right,
god.
Bell's conversation
Sorry,
was
you
not
gain
this long.
127.
What? I get 177?
27.
Oh.
Enjoy your 5 experience points.
Thank you. I will.
No
I
problem.
take the pity point.
Okay.
I just want to get him back, I guess. That's the only thing we can do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
well-
you guys are going to spend the rest of your time kind of pulling his body in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
any others that are, like maybe just need support to walk in.
As
Now
this
that I
was all
have this
happening, the
rock
guy with his
arm.
entrails out is dead. And the guy beside him is still shaking and rocking back and forth.
Sorry, the guy beside him is still shaking or is...
Yeah, still shaking, still rocking back and forth. He has those long gashes along his body.
But he can walk.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like his legs are impacted in any way.
So, yeah, I'm going to help him up and we're going to get this other guy up and we're going to walk back into town. Here we go,
All right,
boys.
let's go.
You better
so the
hold
guy
on
who
to
has
his chest.
the hole in his chest is holding it, and I mean, Rogar, you're supporting the entirety of his weight. So I need you to roll me a strength check
Good.
to get him up.
17.
Nice. So Rogar, you get him up pretty expertly. Laina, you kind of console the guy and you know, tell him it's okay and get him up. And you guys are walking them to the western wall where there's that hole.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a little bit of a trek, but I'm going to allow you guys to do it, and that was what you'll use the rest of your time for, Tyson, and I'm also gonna, you know what? Fuck it. You guys get 220, no, 230, 33. Yeah, 233 sounds like a good number. You guys get 233 experience points each for returning them to the wall. Your boy, Tyson, you've been complaining about the fact that everyone else has got all this extra time. You're not sure why you didn't. What do you want to do with your time, man?
Well, Vel said they probably want something in the town, but he doesn't know what it is, and no one else seems to know what it is.
Yeah.
I think I want to go try and bargain with them.
Okay. Tyson McKay, what would you like to do? This is up to you.
Can I look for, can I go up on the wall?
Sure. Which cardinal direction of the wall do you want to go up on?
Wait, I'm at the west, or the one with the hole in it right now, right?
You're at the western wall, yes.
Oh, okay. Then I just walk out the hole.
Okay, yeah, you can walk out the hole for sure.
And then, to give me some light, I'm going to cast.
Well, you see in thermal, so...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I mean, you do see, you know, like the torches are super bright for you. People are also super bright. The ground it only has some warmth to it, and it's cool, but trees have and emanate a little bit of warmth.
Okay.
And so, I mean, everything is just kind of in shades of blue, green, yellow, orange, red, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume that the main person would probably be at the, northern side of the city or town.
You can assume whatever you'd like. I love the pause.
You can assume that, and then I can help you say that, oh no, he was in the east.
He's in the east?
Well, you don't know that, though.
Oh. Are Laina and Rogar right there?
We're to the north, you're at the west.
No, because they're currently at the north doing their thing, right? All this is happening simultaneously.
Okay. So I'm on the west. I'm going to make my way towards the east gate.
You didn't know that you were going to go to the north.
No, the east is the main gate.
The east is the gate of the city.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
is.
So I'm going to make my way towards that. Going around the north.
Okay. So you head through the throngs of people and the crowds towards the east of the city, towards the main gate of Ryberry. There you find Wolfhelm, who is currently speaking and discussing with the men of the Iron Wolves, Knights of the New Moon, and Guard who are there. And they are currently repairing the gate and the wall surrounding as best they can. As Wolfhelm spots you, he says, Tyson, good to see you. We could use some help.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, Wolfhelm.
He looks to you as he's carrying a support beam, and he sighs and rolls his eyes, and he says, hey, we could use your help on the wall.
Yeah, Go.
I want to go try and bargain with this. No.
Yeah, you can.
Are you talking about the voice? You want to bargain with the voice?
Yeah, it obviously wants something.
Yeah, I agree, but I already tried talking to it.
Did you?
Yeah. And it didn't work.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You didn't try talking to it.
That's exactly what I said I wanted to do. I wanted to send a message back to it.
Yeah, he said.
And I told you it wasn't a message. You didn't try and talk to it.
That was exactly what I said I wanted to do. That was exactly what I wanted to do.
You said there are spells that work like message. I told you, yes, there are spells that work like message. You said, is this that?
That's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm trying to send a message back. I'm trying to talk to you back. That's what I'm trying to do.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I just told you it wasn't a message spell. I'll appeal to the fair-mindedness and the memory of the audience as well as the other players. I'm pretty sure I was clear in the fact that it's just not a message spell.
Yeah, no,
I think
we're all on the same page. No,
I don't think you rolled to see if you could talk to it after it talked to you or anything like that.
Right.
Well, we'll just see if Josh can talk to it.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try and go find it.
Good luck.
Oh, well, yeah, then you're fucked. Good luck.
Well, fucking no one else is doing anything.
We're saving lives.
I guess.
Just
Kind of.
killing.
Laina's saving lives. Yeah, so I say, I'm going to fix this wolf helm, and then I start running towards the forest.
Like a
Yeah,
Muppet.
the gate isn't broken down. Like you can't just run
I said
through
I went
it.
through the hole in the wall on the other side.
I thought you said you ran to the east side of the city.
I don't think he heard what I said. No, I said I will go outside the hole in the wall, and then I go around.
Oh, I did not hear out the hole in the wall. Okay, so then you're on the other side.
Outside.
Yeah, no, he's not outside. You're just outside the city. This is why we shouldn't do live. No, I'm just kidding.
He also said he was going to run by the north area. I want to go with Tyson if that's what he's going to
Yeah,
go
so
do something.
so I would see those two, right? As I'm going by.
You see them as they're stopping the arterial. Well, you see them as you only see Laina going through stuff. You don't see
Ow.
Rogar yet as the timeline goes.
Oh my god.
Right?
Wave is like.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah. So I sneak by, I guess.
Cool. Roll me a stealth check.
We're about to change history.
Oh god. Stealth is a 12.
Can I roll a perception? Because I'd be on edge anyways.
Well, your passive perception, I'm assuming, is higher than 12. I mean, like, what's your wisdom?
3 at least. Oh yeah,
No,
my
like, your
passive is a
wisdom's your
15.
Yeah, so you see Tyson McKay trying to sneak by you as you're going through your boy's stuff.
Where are you going?
You call out to him, and Tyson, what would you like to say back?
Oh.
I'm going to the front gate.
Roll me a deception check. I mean, you are kind of going to the front gate, but that's not your that's not your final destination. So yeah,
That's a
I'll
21.
give you. Okay, so you're
Okay,
very
hold on here. Hold
convincing.
on here. Let me roll an insight. I'm excited. No. It wasn't a bad roll, to be fair, because my insight would have been a 16, but it doesn't beat it.
Okay, so to the best of your knowledge, Laina, it seems like he is going to the front gate.
If you wait a couple minutes, I'll go with you.
In this timeline, I have to wait for Rogar to get out here, and I have to not talk to him.
There's a lot of bleeding that's gonna happen. And
I'll say I'll meet you there. How about that? I'll meet you there.
Okay. I guess I can wait. And then I
Keep going.
keep going.
Cool. You keep going just in time to see Rogar Ragnak scaling down the wall. But you're off in the distance, and you kind of turn back and you see him coming up on a bunch of bodies and people screaming for help.
And he's going, whoa.
I wonder if he's gonna save people.
nope.
Next through the heart. Next through the heart.
Well, we had a good run.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Need new recruits.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
Tyson McKay, you are heading towards the gate at the east wall. Once you reach that gate, what would you like to do?
Is there like a spot to hide while I wait for Laina?
No, there's no real bushes near the front gate, nor are there trees. There are bodies of dead people. So, I mean, you could pretend to be one of those, but it's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna be the dick like that. I will perception check to see if there are any alive bodies, like living people.
Roll me a d20.
Perception? Is that what we're doing? And 15.
Yeah, so they're still twitching and moving, somewhat alive, if you can call them that, bodies of the creatures that were attacking the city, the bloated corpses. But there are no men of Ryberry, wolf, knight, guard, or otherwise who are alive, because the only ones who jumped down to stop that creature were
Right.
Wolfhelm and Rogar. The others stayed on the wall firing down, right? So the creatures never got close enough up the wall to pull anyone down, and no one was shot because these creatures aren't shooting anything over the wall.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hang out right against the wall so no one can see me directly, I guess.
Cool. All right. And you're going to wait for Laina? Because it's going to be a while for her to carry that, to help that dude all the way back there.
I'll just get inside the gate and then I'll leave him because I'd rather go with Tyson.
Yeah, but we're talking about you walking around Ryberry, helping this dude and Rogar walk all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing like a solid 15, 20 minutes here, my friends.
Yeah.
Could I just help him up and see if Rogar can handle holding both of them? Like, no joke.
Are you high?
No, Rogar definitely can't handle holding both of them. The one guy has a hole in his chest, and the other dude is like manic. He's freaking out. I'm not saying you can't leave him. I'm just saying Rogar can't handle both.
It's not an iron wolf.
No, it's the night of the new moon.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anybody else around that I see?
You could tell Rogar.
I know. Like Rogar, I'm gonna go meet Tyson at the front gate. So.
Let me just carry these two bodies over this wall.
I'm leaving him. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go with Tyson.
Wait, wouldn't Rogar be interested?
So then Rogar's a good dude. He's more interested in helping the people who are hurt. And he's a Night of the New Moon. These guys are Knights of the New Moon.
Oh, I have rope on me still, right? I'll tie him to the back of Rogar and Rogar can drag him.
Jesus,
that's a fucking awful idea. Also, you're gonna lose the 233 experience points, I guess it was, that I gave for you getting that guy to safety. Because you're changing the plan here.
I don't think Tyson would wait.
I wait minutes. 5 minutes.
I know. Okay, I'll lose the 233. I'm gonna go with Tyson. I think that's gonna be worth more experience in the long run, so.
We'll see. We might be dead.
Okay, so Laina, you're leaving the guy. Rogar, Laina says she's leaving. I don't know, roleplay it for me. Like, tell Rogar what you're doing.
Tyson is trying to find who's causing this.
Didn't tell you that.
I'm gonna go on a date with Tyson.
Didn't tell you that.
Tyson, I'm gonna give you 241 experience points for these funny comments that you're saying.
Sweet.
I'm leaving, Rogar. Goodbye. Nothing I say is honest. See you later.
So, why are you leaving?
Because I'm meeting Tyson at the front gate.
For what?
I don't know.
There's much more important things to do than go to the front gate.
So the guy beside you, Laina, has fallen to his knees and he's sobbing uncontrollably into his hands.
Fine, I'll fucking help this guy. I'll let Tyson do his own thing. Because we don't go in order of anything. I don't know the full story. So yes, I'll help him. I'll keep the 233 and I'm going back.
Wow.
This is Tyson's adventure now. Ready for the rest of the episode?
The rest of the episode.
Things happen. Like, the guy is going to continue to be manic. I mean, you still have a choice to walk away from him. And you still have a choice to disappoint Rogar. Like, you can still do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Everyone disappoints Rogar.
No, I don't think... I'll try and get with this manic guy later, so...
Did
I hear that right?
I thought I did, and then I listened to it, and I was like, I guess that makes sense.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, fine, I'll help them back. And then I immediately go to the front gate after that's done. But I know you said that's 15 minutes later.
Yeah, ish, yeah.
Can we say 15? Because I'd at least be trying to hurry.
Yeah, 15, sure.
Okay.
And Tyson, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so I wait for like 5-10 minutes, and then I'm like, I look at my hand as if there's a watch, and I say, I gotta go. I can't wait. The next attack could be any time.
Plus 49 experience points for looking at your watch or looking at your hand as though there's a watch.
Nice.
And you are gonna carry on, eh?
Yep. Solo adventure.
Nice. So what would you like to do, Tyson McKay?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start walking towards the wood. Okay. I'm gonna perception check as I come closer to see if there's any heat signatures in the wood.
Nice. So the wooded area around Ryberry kind of begins about 750 meters away, but the real thick of the forest is about 1 kilometer outside of Ryberry.
Okay.
So you're following that kind of winding dirt road, or are you going to cut across the open fields towards the thick part of the forest?
I'm going to try and follow the giant's tracks where they go into the forest.
Yeah. Roll me a survival check to check for those giant tracks.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Nice. So they definitely cut across the meadows, the fields, and head towards the thick of the forest. So you can follow those if you'd like.
I would like to.
Cool. So you head onwards towards the forest, and as you get closer and closer to the forest, you see many heat signatures there. If you would like, I can describe to you what you're seeing.
Is there anywhere to hide?
There are dozens for sure, more than that, of creatures like the bloated humanoids that were attacking the city. They're all currently just standing and unmoving, kind of heads fell down towards looking down towards the ground, and their bodies just respiring, like breathing, but not doing anything. And they all seem to be facing in different directions, kind of haphazardly, just standing, breathing, not moving.
I look for a stick.
Okay, so roll me a D20 perception check.
10.
Nice, you find a stick. What would you like to do?
You're in a forest.
Well, he's at the edge of a forest, but yeah.
I tear some of my my shirt off, and then I tie it to the end of the stick as like a white flag kind of thing. No, white flag kind of thing.
Nice.
And I wave it and see if I get any reaction.
So you wave it, but none of the creatures, I mean, currently you're like 50 feet from the forest, and you can only see them really well because you see the heat signatures, right? So you wave it, you're 50 feet from the forest, but none of them move or do anything.
I wave it more fiercely.
Okay, waving it more fiercely, they do nothing and do not look at you.
Oh, I don't want to go in them.
You don't want to go in them?
Yeah. All right, well, I'll move 20 feet more close. No. 15 feet more closer.
Okay, so you move 15 feet closer, but the creatures continue to breathe, it looks like, moving only slightly at certain points. None of them seem to react to your presence.
They're slapping them.
He masturbates.
Plus 22 experience points.
Yeah. I'm taking it, because you know what?
And these are all throughout the forest, right? Around me?
They are, dotted throughout the forest in no coherent order or line or formation of any kind.
And is there they're all the same being? There's no other one that stands out?
There are other beings. You can roll me D20.
Yeah.
Oh.
1.
And you see no other kinds of beings.
Shit.
For a moment, your vision reverts so that I
see the inside of my head.
so that everything that's cold appears warm, and everything that's warm appears cold, and you're just blinded for a second as your glasses malfunction, but then it all returns to normal.
Stupid things.
Just smacking them, stupid things.
I have an idea. So I can cast
Mold Earth.
No.
Plus 72 experience points.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm liking the 2s for some reason. I'm like, I'm going to end it with something different than 2, and I always end it with 2.
So I can cast a spell as a ritual when I'm not in combat.
Sure thing.
I'm going to cast Pyrotechnics.
Okay, can you describe what Pyrotechnics does for the audience, please?
So I can create, basically I can create fireworks or smoke.
Nice.
So the fireworks explodes with a dazzling display of colors. Each creature within 10 feet of the target must succeed a Constitution saving throw or become blinded until my next turn. Or I can do smoke, but I'm going to do fireworks. And I'm not going to do it towards anyone. I'm going to do it...
Okay.
So I have 60 feet. So I'm gonna do it 40 feet to my left. Try and get something's attention. I'm gonna cast that. I'm gonna take a minute to do that.
These are how high are these?
Oh boy, how high?
Yeah, like these are fireworks, right? Like, are they shooting into the air? Like, I'm imagining our kind of fireworks. Are they shooting into the air?
Yeah.
They're probably They're shooting in the air, but they're probably slightly lower because they're gonna be blinding.
Yeah, they're not like crazy fireworks. I think it just like explodes like upwards. Like I don't know, probably 20 feet maybe. Doesn't say.
Okay. So you explode some fireworks 40 feet to your left, in front of the forest. And do you have to roll to make this happen, or does it just happen?
It takes a minute, so I have to concentrate for a minute.
Yeah. So you're concentrating for a minute. And these fireworks explode in the night, making loud popping and banging sounds and letting out concussive waves of light and sound. The creatures in the forest do not respond in any way. They continue to kind of hang there, just limply, kind of swaying back and forth. However, you do hear murmurs from the city a ways back, like gasps and stuff.
Oh my god, what is that?
The soldiers and guards and Knights of the New Moon are clearly questioning what's going on outside the city. However, not but a few minutes later, not but a few seconds later, you begin to see one creature beginning to move towards you, walking at a very slow pace. It is a creature that looks like it is entirely made of mushrooms and fungus. You haven't experienced or encountered this kind of creature before, but for our listeners, this is a myconid, and it approaches you. It doesn't bear any weapons. However, it does approach. It stands a few feet from you and stops, kind of swaying. It's got this very large fungi-like head that kind of sprouts in two different directions, and it has these very large, unblinking eyes that stare at you. Its mouth is there, but it does not move in any way, and in fact, it looks almost permanently kind of crooked and sealed shut. It looks to you for a moment, and then telepathically, in common, asks, "What do you want?"
Party.
More fireworks.
I've come to bargain.
You are submitting to the one.
The one?
I'm the one, yeah.
Plus 93 experience points.
Wow.
No, I tell him I assume you want something from the city, or the town of Ryberry.
The one has asked that you lay down your arms. Are you joining him?
Yes, I want to do it.
Not my idea, no. No, I just want to know, like, what he wants. Like, besides just joining him, what's his overall plan?
He wants you to lay down your arms or join him. Who are you to think you can know his mind?
I'm Tyson McKay. You might have heard of me. Pretty infamous around this place.
I have not heard of you.
Yep. Blow to my ego.
They're blasting fireworks in his face.
You know me now. See, I just want the war to stop, but I don't. Who's the one?
When you surrender yourself, you may experience the knowledge of the one. Plus 29 experience points.
You just lie to him. They sure.
Oh, I feel then I'm gonna get.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, buddy.
No, fireball.
Shouldn't I know who the one is before I submit to him?
The creature looks to you, Tyson, kind of turning its head to the side, and it says, "If you have not come to submit, and you have not come to lay down your arms, then you have come to die." Return to your weak town. Or submit.
Motherfucker. Insult me, why don't you? Fucking.
Oh no.
He's hearing everything you're thinking right now. So.
Oh god.
Oh.
I don't
telepathy, you fucking moron. I don't think. What is it? The final space? Anything we think becomes real. It's not like I'm thinking of cookies. Hey, eat me, I'm a cookie. Oh, it's not so bad. Stop thinking about things. It's not like I'm thinking of murderous convictions. I'm gonna kill you.
Why is that cookie just hanging out up there? Oh, he's leaping. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god.
We're gonna stab out your eyes and pee in your sockets. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I like it. Anyways, what would you like to do, Tyson?
I thought he was gonna be more reasonable.
The talking.
Difficult to roleplay, isn't it?
Just tell him you're the one.
I also didn't know. I didn't think Noah would let me go this far because we're real far into the episode.
I'll go as far as we want to go. Hey, some of the fans scream for longer episodes. They're like, look, I mean, especially when we were starting out, we were like 45 minutes. But then even when we got into hour and a half episodes, I have fans here who were like, do longer episodes. So
none
fuck
of you guys have to edit them though. Fuck.
Here we go again. Martyr Josh, who edits the episodes. Yeah, I want you to leave this in, Josh. I want the people to know how much you complain about this.
Yeah, I work hard on these.
Am I there yet? He's just been hesitating for a long time.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine he's hesitating, but this is like seconds in gameplay.
Okay.
Minutes at most, right?
I'd say, alright, well, sorry for wasting your time then, you mushroom.
Fuck. Fuckak.
I'll see you on the battlefield.
He looks to you and he says, you won't be seeing for much longer.
Well,
Fireworks!
oh, that's an idea. No. Well, I already barely see anyway, so what the fuck's the point?
Soon your body will be a host for a myriad fungi and creatures alike.
Fungi.
I'm a fun guy.
Minus 48 experience points. What a fucking lame joke.
I say, we'll see about that, and then I walk away.
Okay, so you walk away from the mushroom, the myconid, and back towards Ryberry. Laina, you've already reached the gate, and I'm assuming you're just gonna, like, what would you like to do as you're at the gate?
Oh, hi, Tyson.
Like, he's not there yet. He's out in the,
I'm walking across the field.
Okay. I don't know. I guess. So we're at the east gate. This is where the wave would have started.
Well, it's where the wave came from the east. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can I want to try communicating with the voice now then.
Okay. So how would you like to do that?
Why are you smiling like that? I feel like I've made a stupid choice, Noah.
Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. You know, sometimes the DM smiles because it's fun. I'm having fun, Laina.
I don't have a spell that can, like, I don't have message or anything, but, like, can I, like, I don't know, can I will my magic to invite the voice to be inside my brain again? Like, is that a thing that I can do?
It's a thing you can try and do. Is it a thing within your power? I don't. I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna try and do it. What do I roll?
Roll me a D20. This is gonna be an opening your body to the voice check. I'm sorry. Roll me an Arcana check.
And no, it's not good. It's not a good check, Noah.
Okay, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
You wait for me to come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so Tyson
it's so
appears from the
cute.
darkness, walking towards you, and the interaction that occurs is between you two.
Okay, as I walk up, I go, fucking mushroom in his fucking stupid head.
What happened?
Yeah, so they're a fungus, basically. They want to take over people
Why?
because they're fungus and that's what they do.
I don't think that's a thing, and I don't think that's what the voice wanted.
They're fungus and they want to take over bodies.
Oh, sorry, continue. Go for it.
So, get ready for war. Round 2.
How many of them were there? Should we attack them now?
At least 6. I don't know.
At least six.
I had a bad perception roll. Okay.
Oh my god, Tyson is the worst scout to send anywhere.
No one sent me anywhere.
Did you set off those fireworks?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Roll me a fucking deception.
That's my line. I don't say good at the beginning of the episode when anyone asks me how I'm doing. Don't fucking steal my lines, Laina.
Wait, my deception's pretty high, though. 13.
Yeah.
So I have to
doesn't-
roll an insight?
Or, no,
Yeah.
sorry. Not 13. 12. My bad.
Oh,
13 plus whatever my deception is.
So you know he's lying. It seems like he's lying.
Yeah.
All right, maybe
My
I
deception's
did.
a 0, so it's just 13. That's so funny.
All right, maybe I did. Love it.
Yeah, I had to get their attention somehow. I talked
Okay.
to some mushroom guy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this time Laina and Tyson, you are the first that will have to roll me a d20, and Rogar, I'll have you roll me a d20 as well.
What is this for?
oh,
This is
that's a nat
Constitution.
20, my dude.
Or sorry, that's wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Nat 20 on my part.
Save throw?
That's a 14.
Plus your wisdom, Rogar.
Oh, 21.
Nice. Sorry, what was everyone else's rolls?
14.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
16.
Okay. So, Rogar, you are immune to the wave of energy which washes over the town yet again, and the voice that speaks says the following. So, you have chosen death. And that is where we are going to leave our episode for
Can I
now.
try talking to
Ladies
the
and
voice
gentlemen.
now first?
The episode's
Sure,
done.
Laina.
Noah says it's done, it's done.
And pretty late.
Yeah, no, Laina, tell me how you'd like to do that.
I want to will my magic.
Where did you get your telepathy degree? U of T or Harvard? No, Laina, there's no responding. It's it's like a radio broadcast. There's no real responding to it
And
as
how
far as
come
like, you just don't
when
have the
we were
ability
talking
to
about the
do it.
messages earlier, you were like, Amber, you didn't try to talk to the voice. Idiot.
Well, because you didn't try and talk to the voice. But now that you're going to try at the very end of the episode, I'm going to be nice and tell you that there's no way for you to do it. I do it because I love you. That's why, Laina. Do it because I love you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Some days it doesn't feel
do we
like
have any
it.
final questions, comments, or concerns from our players?
Noel did have a question.
Nice. Let's
We're
hear it,
going to
Noel.
answer those later on a
okay.
later episode because I think they were really good questions.
Okay, save them. Screenshot.
Let's
Yeah.
do that. Cool beans. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Dicey D20. I would like to encourage you guys to check out our Podbean, where you guys are probably downloading and listening to episodes, but it's also a really cool place where you can check out our Wall of Heroes, and you can check out our merch. We got really cool t-shirts coming with only one sleeve for Laina, so that's going to be sweet. We made those before. We made a bunch of those t-shirts before we got her arm back, so now they're going to be super discounted. Not only because there's half the material a t-shirt would normally take, but also because they're no longer relevant. So that's kind of cool.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to have one short sleeve, one long sleeve, and just fill it with rocks.
It's going to be sick.
Imagine
Again, ladies and gentlemen,
buy a bag of rocks at dicyd20.ca.
.ca.
.ca, yeah. Gosh, Laina, what do you think this is? No, you can actually find us on dicyd20.podbean.com. Okay. Also check us out on Facebook at Dicey D20 podcast and on Twitter as well. Ladies and gentlemen, whether it was morning, evening, noon, or night, I would like to say thank you very much for listening to the Dicey D20. It's been my pleasure bringing you guys cool content along with our fantastic heroes, so be sure to give it up for them, and we will see you guys next time on the Dicey D20.
Giving it up for the heroes.
Giving it up for the heroes.
Is that what we're called? Are we really heroes?
All right.
You are heroes.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.